Okay, we are live, guys.
Hi, Bob, not Bob, Tom, and our potential new viewer.
Niet.
Hi.
It would be
Not Tom.
Niet.
Niet.
It's not Tom.
It's not Tom. That's right. We've got
Can't
Bob,
complicate
not Bob,
this.
Tom, not Tom. Hi, welcome to D&D.
Yep.
Last week on D&D, we finished some downtime. Six is trying to discover himself, and he read a book and is trying to discover himself in terms of trying on everybody's clothes, which is excellent. Dion read 2 books, did a lot of walking. Jorak tried not to break down the house and practiced his new strengthness.
Succeeded not breaking down the house.
He succeeded in not breaking down the house. Just part of the house.
It was only one room that he broke. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he ended up hugging a bunch of servants to death at one point. That was a
You
thing.
don't know that. Nobody knows anything.
Nobody knows anything. He also read his book on charisma and became very charismatic. Zill had a mild existential crisis during the full moon. And it didn't super duper get dressed. Sort of got addressed. That was fun. And after downtime, we ended up going to the peace treaty talks that we were supposed to do in regards to the words are hard. Trying to put a ceasefire with the Sulfuran Empire because we told them, hey, this entire war was started by a cult and we are fighting each other for no good reason. And we ended up talking to the, what was he? Evocation Master?
He was the Evokar. He's
Evokar.
Yes. He's the one of the council members on the ruling council.
Yep. We ended up having a meeting with him, 6 in the Zone of Truth, provided by said general leader of the Sulfuran. He told the story as much detail as he could, using his magic minor illusion to show symbols and stuff like that. And the Evokar had 2 people with him. Both of them were drow, one with a staff and one with a sword. And as soon as we saw them, we realized those are 2 of the people from Zill's vision. And as after 6 finishes his explanation, the Evokar turns to the lady and says, "What do you think about this?" I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Vivian.
My notes. Vivian. And that was one of the names on the note that that we got off of Ramita. And Vivian was like, they don't have any proof. This is all bullshit. What can... he believes this is true. That doesn't mean it is. And I was like, we have proof. And I took the letter up and I gave it to him and he read it out loud. And it was obviously incriminating evidence, and once he gets to their names in the letter, basically saying, hey, these 2 have started the war with Haven, between Sulfur and Haven. He turns and looks at him and he's like, care to explain? And then the 2 drow attack. And then they get very killed very quickly.
Did they even attack, or did they just cast darkness and then get murdered?
Darkness. They cast a darkness, and that was literally all they got to do. Like, I don't think they got a single attack off. It's great.
Ledox banished Iris for like 6 seconds.
Yeah. You don't
That's
cast
right.
darkness when you're innocent.
Huh?
In that kind of situation.
You don't.
I said that was really incriminating. You wouldn't cast darkness if you were innocent.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
I think it was one of those situations where they knew there was nothing they could do. And they were going to react in the way that they were going to. I'm not going to tell you how that was, but what their because you don't know their goals, because you didn't save them and question them.
No, don't worry. I'm sure that the mage is going to do that for us.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There are ways of questioning people after you kill them.
it's true. That's true.
Yeah. One of them was Ashen, and the other one got taken by
Yep.
Jean Barathas.
So at that point, we were like, yep, that happened. And Demetrius was like, what the fuck just happened? And we were given a ceasefire, at least temporarily, and we will see how that all resolves. And then we were on our way back to Port Dupli by way of Vidala, because Zil wants to go home for a little while.
Yep.
Did I miss anything? Anybody else want to clarify what they were doing during their downtime? Nope. I guess we're good.
I hugged the general like really hard. Like after we won that fight and the wizard guy teleported away.
Yep.
But
And he broke his
Because
back.
you tried to hug him.
Yeah.
Killed him.
I didn't hurt him.
Paralyzed now.
He's going to be bruised for the next couple weeks.
Lol.
He's like, I can't
Can I-
fight a war in this condition.
Dion dropped a bombshell on him.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, we dropped a bombshell on
The general.
Demetrius.
no, not on Demetrius. On the other.
Oh,
The other commander.
Oh, right.
the other commander.
Agris Helios.
Yes.
Or Aegirus. Aegirus. Sorry.
Mama's baby daddy. Yeah, that's fun. Anything else? I think we're good.
Okay.
All right. Let's play some fucking D&D.
Okay. So, you guys have just reached back to Skyhost, and Demetrius has granted you guys the access to the teleporter to go to Vitala, and then you have access to use the teleporter from Vitala to either Haven or Port Dupli to either go enjoy some more downtime or come aid with the siege.
I guess the real question is, are we able to go to teleport to Vitala and then teleport to Dupli?
Yes.
Or do we have... Okay.
Yeah. He
That's
he has granted you one to Vitala and then one free one to basically another location of Port Dupli or Haven. And you have writ of passage to allow you that he's signed and sealed.
And we know that the fighting has already started at Port Dupli?
Yes. On the journey back from the peace treaties, Demetrius got a message from his steward that
Okay.
they had landed and they have taken the port district, but the walls are holding right now. Demetrius, at this moment, is in the midst of sending majority of his forces from Skyhost to Port Dupli.
And he was also sending some up to Necropolis, yes?
No.
No?
He's
Okay.
he's leaving the 3 units that are currently up at Skyhost. The map has been updated with what is going on.
Gotcha.
The Inquisition has surrounded and is closing in on Necropolis slowly to make sure they don't miss any stragglers.
Okay.
Anyone slipping through, because they were the front line defense against the vampires that were heading south. But they basically fanned around and are moving in now. Occasionally, like once every couple days, you all will hear a message from Reyna.
Via our wristbands.
Via
Or
your
armbands.
Yes, via your Inquisition sigil, yeah. Where she's talking about plans and things that you guys are doing.
Okay.
DM, did you ever think of an answer to my question about dispensation to cast arcane magic?
Like as in, does he need to go and get registered?
Right.
I think with the fact that you are Inquisitor Captain, you are a member of the Xenos family, as well as a paladin to Paylor. I think you can bypass it as long as you're not casting like super intense arcane spells. If you start casting super intense arcane spells and higher ranking inquisitors see you, then that's when the questions will happen.
Okay, so can I get a dispensation to do it?
Yes. Yes, you can do that in any major city. So,
Okay, and I'll do that when we hit Vitala.
Okay.
Actually, at that point, finding out that Port Dubley is already under attack, Zill would say they should skip Vitala for now. As much as she wants to go home. As much as I'd like to go home, we need to get to Port Dubley as soon as possible.
Demetrius will basically tell you, like, you guys take a day off. You guys have led to a ceasefire between Sulfira and Haven. I can send majority of my forces to Port Dupleix to hold it. There's not going to be too much for you to do. I take a couple days, recover, enjoy this victory that you guys helped bring. And then if you still feel like you want to come seek me out at Port Dupleix. He's basically giving you a command to go take a couple days off.
Okay. Zill's not gonna fight it. Zill wants to go home.
Because he isn't, like, he's updated on the situation. He doesn't know exactly what is going on at Port Dupleix yet because he hasn't arrived. So he needs
he needs to assess.
He needs a couple days to assess and evaluate what is happening in person. He is on the way there. He will be leaving shortly. But he wants to get...
not assist in that?
In assessing the situation?
Yes.
He is going to suggest that he wants to do it because he's the general and he needs to do it his way.
Do you not use scouts as a general?
I have scouts, but with the precious cargo that you guys are carrying, I don't want to risk scouting you guys unless it's absolutely necessary.
Six looks at his hands like he's not carrying anything. I'm not carrying anything.
Zill just chuckles. Zill is so used to it by now. Don't worry about that, Six. We'll talk about that later. Thank you, General. Perhaps we should head to Vitala right away then. Can we teleport from Skyhost?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every major city has a teleportation circle in the Inquisition Hall that will... Or in one of the major government buildings, yeah. That will allow teleportation between at least one of the cities.
Okay. Our food is on the way and it's going to be here within the next, 5 minutes, so I'm going to AFK here soon.
No worries. We can just...
Okay, I'll RP the thing between you and Blackfire while you're away.
How about you fucking don't?
Is this the same day we fought those people, or is this... Have we taken a long rest?
Oh, we've definitely... It took us a couple days to travel.
Yeah, no, you guys traveled for, at least 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I'm just getting all my stuff back.
Yeah.
Also, in that case, this is what Six is wearing today. Just the hat.
Just the hat.
Yeah.
Naked, but hat. I love it.
Where's this reaction gifts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so you guys are teleporting to Vitala. Cool.
Look at that. We've teleported.
So you guys come out in the Inquisition Hall, and out into the city. I assume, Zill, you are eager to get to the Zenith.
Zill, as soon as they get out of the hall, Zill is going to just basically run.
Take off running?
She's gonna be, as dainty about it as possible. Oh, she's totally incognito right now.
Okay, so a delicate run.
A delicate run, but she's
power walking.
Can I describe what it is that? Because Jorak and Six have never been here. They don't know what this place is or what it looks like.
There is.
So you should describe that.
There is a slight difference since the last time you were here, though.
Oh.
The giant sun on top of this massive spire that you guys all see. There's a massive gold and white tower at the center of the city, reaching up almost into the clouds. It's massive. You assume you could probably see it almost a week's journey away from this city. It's so tall. But on top of it, there is a giant sphere made out of what appears to be some kind of, like, crystal. Zill, you immediately recognize that it's not glowing as brightly as it used to. You probably think that's partially probably due to the clouds. Because there's super dense clouds covering the entire empire. But, yeah. It definitely doesn't have the same radiance that it used to.
This makes Zill kind of sad, but she wants to get there as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Also, lol at the GIF. So yeah, Zill, she doesn't want to leave anyone behind, but she's kind of like trying to drag the group to be faster and get there faster.
Yeah. I get you.
Also, Dion is AFK for a sec.
Do you say as much? Like you're trying to get there faster?
Probably not explicitly, no. But she's definitely kind of making a beeline.
Inside check.
You can tell that she is trying to get there faster.
Six
She
takes
wants.
off sprinting.
Oh, one sec.
Once he
There's a
realizes
knock at the
where
door.
you're
Here,
Okay. Oh, I want to post this into group notes.
Okay, sorry. I'm back. I misheard. It was not a knock at the door. Well, it was, but not for me. Okay. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying, Six?
Oh, Six just went. He's sprinting. He took off running to get there first.
He wants to get there first. He doesn't technically know where she's going.
I mean,
he might be
there's a
able to
giant
tell.
tower that you just said you wanted to get to, right?
Yeah.
She wants to get back to the Zenith, so yeah. You probably know. I'm just being a turd.
Okay. So I posted a picture in notes. It's not going to be as sunny, obviously, but there's when you guys reach the Zenith's base, it's actually a really huge, massive courtyard that surrounds the entire tower. White marble walkways crisscrossing and swirling all around this beautiful, like, forested area. Archways made of white marble and gold. Symbols of Palor emblazoned all over the place. Statues of different important figures from the past who were huge influences in Palorian worship and religion. What else? And then you arrive at the door. The doors at this hour are usually kept open for to welcome anyone in. So Zill,
Mm-hmm.
you're cloaked?
I am incognito, but she's glowing. She can't help it. She's definitely glowing.
Okay. As you enter into the zenith, the dim light all around you. I assume you're probably heading into the center.
Yep.
Okay.
Into the
Okay.
main prayer area.
So you begin walking in, and your glow glints off one of the crystal sconces, and the room begins to brighten.
Hmm.
And brighten
Okay.
and brighten as
Zill would take her cloak off.
I thought you were gonna say clothes.
it...
The whole room.
I just heard clo, and like my attention I was reading something, and like at first reaction I'm like, oh my god, and then I'm like, okay, she said cloak, but like, I had to share that because I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm
What is-
home. I can take these off finally.
You know, the first
Those
thing that
particular
woman
clothes
takes
on.
off when she gets home is her bra, right?
I mean, the Pelorian religion is pro-nudist,
Well,
so
Yeah, they want to bathe their
Body
bodies in the sun.
Hands.
body positive.
They want to be blessed with skin cancer.
Zill, realizing that it's lighting up as she enters, would throw her cloak off. And she's still wearing her like proper acolyte robes, or she's wearing them again,
Yep.
technically. And she finds the first person and says, "I need to see Father Blackbriar." I need to see Father Blackbriar immediately, please.
Yeah. So as you begin talking, the entire zenith is just becoming a beacon of light again, like you remember it. And what's his name? I can't remember his name. What is that Dragonborn acolyte's name?
Want to say Dracus, or
I'm
it's like Dorcas, but not.
I'm looking
That's
it up. Real quick.
Carl.
It's not Carl.
I'm trying to find the right moment where
If only we had people that wrote about it.
I know,
Yes.
right? That's where I'm looking.
Wouldn't be under Dion's stand and didn't
I
talk
know.
to him really.
Doracus. Dorakas.
Cool. Doracus. You see Doracus, who immediately recognizes you and scurries over and goes, "Lady Ziliana, welcome back."
Hello, Doracus. Is Father Blackbriar around?
Last I heard, he was up in his study. If you would like to speak with him, you may head up.
She nods. These are my friends. Please make sure that they're, made comfortable while I'm away.
Oh, of course.
Oh, did we keep pace with you?
My friends will be arriving shortly. This is Six. He got here
Pretty
before
sure
I did.
Six got there before anyone.
Six got there before me.
Dion just walked. He was not in as much of a hurry.
What did Droic do?
So,
I don't know.
Did he just walk with Dion?
Probably.
Some Dijon time?
We hold hands, walk slowly, look into each other's eyes. You know, the classic stuff.
We have to steal our moments when we can.
lol.
I'm picturing now that Forrest Gump with that hat on, running down the street. Because that is exactly what Six just did.
That is beautiful. I love it.
Cool. Okay. So Doracus, is that what he said his name was?
Yep.
Okay. He walks over to Six and goes, "Greetings. I am Doracus. I am one of the acolytes here." And he'll hold out his hand to give you to shake your hand.
He'll shake it.
Cool. Be like, do you require refreshments?
I do not drink.
Okay. And then
Wow,
he'll...
someone who asks before they just bring him refreshments. It's the first time ever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I think it is.
Yeah. Okay. So Zill, you're heading up to the... Okay. So, so you'll just have your interaction with Dyrachus 6. I don't know if you're probably just going to stand there and wait for someone, right? Or what are you doing?
You probably just look around.
Okay. And it's you do notice that it's strange that as soon as you guys walked in, the temple is progressively getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And it's strange, because that's not usually how magic works. It usually is just like an immediate thing. But yeah, it just keeps getting brighter and brighter until it almost feels like it's a
Full daylight?
bright noon light, clear, perfectly clear sky.
I go back outside.
Jorak and Dion, you guys probably, since you guys did not hurry, you guys are probably entering the Zenith's garden section and courtyard as Zill is already heading up the tower. Probably, because she is not wasting time.
Nope.
Point of order, there are statues on the way into the...
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I did mention that there were statues. I think you were AFK when that happened.
Oh, okay. One of them is... Actually, two of them, I think, technically are Dion's ancestors. You would recognize some familiar names.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to point them out to Jorak?
Is any of them Dagmar?
No.
There's not a
I
statue
don't want to
enshrining...
wreck his statue.
There's not a statue enshrining Dagmar in this place.
Lol. That is definitely not the case.
Oh, did you put away the document? Okay. I don't remember what...
Oh, did I take it away?
Oh, no, she had it up, and it's not up anymore. It's fine, I can do it.
I don't have it in that one. I don't think.
It was in the...
It's right here.
I think his name...
Lagos? Zanos.
Yeah. You pointing it out to Jorak on the way?
Yeah, no.
Jorak, make a
Dion
perception check.
Jorak would probably.
Let's see. Oh, and did you guys see my note about how every session I'm giving you guys an inspiration?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I always forget to give it to you guys, award it, during session, so I'm just you know what? I'm just going to give you guys one to use every session, and then they just won't carry over, because you guys do fantastic RP.
Actually, I don't think the female would register in his brain. So, Lagos would be the one.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Lol.
How's your ancient empire history?
Dude, the best.
You're a farmer. Probably not.
You're a farmer now?
So good.
His dad's
Alright,
a
Luke.
farmer.
He took a level in farming.
Took a NPC class almost.
You were raised by your aunt and uncle, right?
No.
He was raised by his dad, who was a farmer.
Oh.
I hope you were trying to make a Wizard of Oz
I'm
joke.
trying to make a Star Wars joke.
Oh. He's not the chosen one.
Neither was Luke.
What? I legitimately did not hear
Neither
you.
was Luke.
Oh yeah, neither was Luke. That's fair.
He was just a piece of the chosen one.
One half?
Not half. I think he was probably a quarter.
That's fair.
Anyway.
But yeah.
So yeah, you would see the nameplate and a small description
roll it.
probably of Lagos. Oh, he didn't notice?
He hasn't rolled yet.
Roll a
Oh,
perception,
I didn't know
Jorak.
I had to roll.
I told you to roll a perception check.
This is true. He did do that.
I heard no one say Shorak.
Okay. Yeah, no, you don't see it.
All right, never mind. Dion, just pass it on the way in, like you did the first time.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, so you guys will get inside, and you'll see the bronze dragonborn talking with Six, and
Awkwardly
Zill.
standing there.
You might catch glimpses of Zill scurrying up the stairs of the Zenith, through in between the pillars.
Zill might take a moment to cast a message at Dion and be like, I'm gonna go speak to Father Blackbriar. I'll be back shortly.
I assumed.
You can reply to this. No, she'll make her beeline up to his study.
Okay. So you'll get to the door that you recognize as his study. What are you doing?
She'll knock on it gently.
Hello?
Father Blackbriar.
You'll hear a clatter, and all of a sudden the door will swing open. And as he looks at you, a smile spreads across his face, and he just opens his arms for a hug.
Zill is crying a little bit and absolutely reaches out and hugs him. For those of you who are not aware, this is the man that raised Zill, basically her father, or her adopted
Mr. Bean?
father. It is not Mr. Bean. I'm just gonna. I was
He now is Mr. Bean in my head.
Mr. Bean is not an elf, so...
You don't know.
He's got pointy ears.
Zill's giving a big hug.
Okay. It's so good to see you, little one.
She says this between her. She's trying hard not to cry, but she's failing. I'm so glad to be home. We can't stay for too long, but
It's
she
just
kind of hugs him.
He squeezes back and he's like, it's just good to see you. I know that you can't stay for long. You still have
Work to do.
and he'll be like, come on in. I'll make some tea.
Zill nods.
And he'll let Leader in.
My friends are downstairs. Would you mind if... Well, maybe after a little bit, mind if they joined us?
Of course. I would definitely enjoy a little time with just you, but your friends are welcome to join us later.
And we don't necessarily, unless there's something really important, we don't necessarily have to roleplay them catching up.
Okay.
Because it's going to be Zill telling him about their adventures.
Okay. What are the highlights? Because he has... What are the highlights? Because there's a couple possible reactions that might be story-driven that might happen based on things that get said.
She will pull out her sketchbook and turn to the first page, the page that has all of the vision and all of the people.
The one that she showed him the first day she had it.
And she'll point at each of the people that they've met so far and explain who they are. Probably in order that they met. Starting with Ramita. Oh shit.
Has she told him?
She hasn't told him yet, but she probably would at this point.
Yeah.
God damn it. Getting out of... Nope. I'm muting reaction gifs. Mute for the next 8 hours. There we go. So, we've met several of these ones so far. This one we met first. This is... well, his name's Ramita. Was Ramita. Have you heard of him?
I have. I've actually had a run-in with him before in the past.
Oh.
It was up near the border. I was in the army back then, or the military back then. I wasn't always a priest.
Of course. I remember the stories.
Hey, Zill, go ahead and make a perception check. Just do it for me real quick.
Okay. That's not the right page. Where's the right page? There's the page. Natural 20.
Okay. You notice a new addition to the wall of weapons.
Ooh! What does he have?
It's a strange rod type contraption that has a circular circle at the head of it. Almost looks
Out of character, I know what that is.
I
That
know,
makes me
I know
happy.
you do. But yeah, so
Back to Ramita. Well, we ran into him halfway between Green Tree and the Silken Path.
he was a very formidable foe.
We fought him. She starts to look a little sad / mildly uncomfortable. We defeated him. He's dead.
That is good to hear.
And she puts her hand to her shoulder. He bit me. And she can't look him in the eye at the moment.
He'll just place his hand out on hers.
It turns out in order to retrieve the item that we went to retrieve, you had to be cursed. So, and she'll shift into her hybrid form for the first time in like 2 weeks.
Okay. He actually won't even really react. You'll see with your insight, you'll definitely see a little bit of sadness that it happened. But
yeah,
he's not afraid. He doesn't pull back. He accepts you.
After a moment, she'll shift back. The price to retrieve the object is the curse had to become permanent. It would be the one curse that could not be lifted. And, well, I was able to retrieve the artifact, and, well, it's... She kind of holds out her staff, which she's been holding, but, that's how weapons be. They just kind of disappear when you're not using them.
No, he definitely noticed the staff when you entered, but he didn't mention anything because he wanted you to.
Because it's a long story.
Yeah.
So I ran into a woman named Widget who apparently was good friends with my mother.
Oh.
And she gave me this as a gift from my mother. And it turns out that it was the key to unlocking, well, I'm an angel now. And she's just she doesn't know how to explain it.
I'm a werewolf.
Blackbriar will be like,
right?
he'll just be like, "You're an angel now? I thought you always were."
Oh. It unlocked. I made it real. I don't know.
It expanded your power.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. But in doing so, it actually changed the curse. I mean, I'm no longer technically cursed, as far as I can tell. I spoke with Aylor about it, and he confirmed that I'm no longer cursed, which is, trust me, a very huge relief. But anyway, that was Ramita. He's dead now. He bit me. I'm no longer cursed, but I'm not anymore. This is going to be a long story. And then she'll continue on talking.
She'll talk
She
about the
will-
journey and
the journey and the other people, and she'll explain about Dagmar Thassis and how they have someone who is aware. She'll talk about Six and how he's actually known this person.
When you say
trying to remember
Dagmar
all.
Thassis, Blackbriar will be like, I wonder if that was the name.
The name?
Oh, I had a visitor about a month ago who came and delivered a lost magic item of
Zill
Paylor.
immediately looks at the one on the wall.
Yes, that one. I believe her name was Spoopy. I don't know if that was her birth name, but that is what she preferred to be called. She was
What an odd name.
She was a joy to have around. But they said that they found the item in a tomb to the Thassis family.
Oh.
They were sent in there to locate and bring back Demetrius's family sword.
Oh, I met him. It was quite a nice sword he had.
Yes. But they said while they were in there, they discovered another member of the Thassis family that had been banished and exiled from the family.
Zill nods.
They only had the first initials of the first name and the first and last initial of the first name, which was D and R.
Well, it definitely sounds like it fits the bill.
The
And she'll
timeline.
explain.
The timeline says that it happened before he was alive before the end of the Chaos War, before the Ascension.
Zill nods. Well, that definitely fits what we understand. And then she'll explain the details of who he was, what his goal is, and that his title has become a thing passed down throughout there. She'll explain about the cult, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I heard about some of the commotion when they apprehended some cultists in the city. They were actually hiding in one of the old market buildings, just a couple blocks away.
Apparently he came to see me. I didn't remember him, but I can't recall every of the 1,000 faces I've met.
We have so many faces that come through the Zenith that it's almost impossible to recall all of them.
You're 100% robot.
Oh, am I?
You guys can't hear that thing going outside my house, can you?
No.
All of you are completely robot. Let me hang up and reboot my.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Everyone sounds fine to me, so.
Okay, never mind. You're all back and better. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
But nobody can hear that, like, vacuum or whatever it is outside?
I cannot.
Nope.
Okay. Good.
Anyway, what was that last bit, Anne?
He was just talking about how we have so many thousands of people come through the Zenith that it's, unless they're regulars, it's almost impossible to remember faces.
Yep. But yeah, she'll go on and tell how she'll point at the pale person and say, I'm pretty sure that this is the Queen of the Vampires that are currently attacking Port Dupley. The winged figure, the black winged figure clad in black plate wielding a wicked battle axe, that's Shalin Gengar?
No.
No. Do we know who that is yet?
You have not met that one yet.
She will say, we haven't met that one yet. She'll explain that she met Shalin Gengar and that they've been fighting off assassins, and then she met these two drow who she's pretty sure were the ones sending the assassins because they were all drow assassins, etc., etc.
I'll let you, with your insight, you can probably intuit that.
But yeah. She hasn't met the two humanoids wielding curved blades yet, has she?
The jackal-faced humanoids, no.
Technically you didn't say jackal face, but I as a player knew that's what they were. But
Yes.
she doesn't.
I think in the vision I didn't say it, but they are jackal-faced.
She'll turn to the page that has the good side, and she'll point at Stell and be like, "This is Stell. The ring he had was a key, and he was unfortunately both under the influence of Shalin Gengar, and he died during one of their first missions. And she'll be really sad about that.
He'll whisper a prayer for his soul.
His soul, which is currently being chewed on by Shalin Gengar.
As far as you know, yeah.
Yeah. She will explain about the young ranger, was Milo, and that he was also killed relatively early on by Ramita, or one of Ramita's gang, his pack. But that his body was taken by an angel of Melora, and that they were going to take care of his soul from there, which is great. I explain that the two people, well, three technically, the three people downstairs that she wants him to meet are actually the half-orc wielding the brown and green pickaxe, the Man of Steel, and then, of course, the guy bathed in light. She's not going to tell any personal details about any of them. She is going to warn him that Six does not understand metaphors or slang. Because he needs to know that beforehand. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
I think we covered the really important ones.
Yes. He'll be like, before we have your companions join us, there was something that I've wanted to share with you for years, but I never had enough information to feel a need to share it yet. I didn't want to give you incomplete or false information. He'll stand up and he'll walk over to a glass display case that he's always had, and there's 3 books inside of it. He'll pull out a key ring and he'll unlock it and reach in and pull out the center book. This is something that I have been working on since you were a baby. I have been scouring libraries and any source of information for prophecies. I have been trying to discover what your destiny is. Because Paylord never told me. He just told me that you had a destiny, but not what it was. So I spent 20 years searching for answers to what it might be. It's not much, but the important ones that seem to relate to what is happening now I've written down and extrapolated on. I've pieced together what I could. There's two in particular. There's another one that I can't seem to place a time, but there's two that seem to actively be about current situations, at least from my understanding. And he'll sit back down with the book, and he'll thumb through a couple pages until he stops. You see the book is like full of notes and things, and it's chaos. Like, you don't understand how he can like write notes in this fashion.
Especially given her pristine, perfect notebook that she keeps.
Yep. It's just the way because he's trying to piece together prophecies. So he's just writing notes in like the sideways notes, writing over other things, there's crossed words out, cross sentences out. It's tons of like everything. But there's one, the page he stops at, he holds it out to you and shows it to you. This one says, "When the days grow dark and the sun's light fades, the accursed will prowl the lands. The final sunset will be upon us. Should the gate be breached, the sun shall fade." That is
Ominous.
ominous, yes. That is... my understanding of it is that it's a warning to you that whatever gate is being breached or is attempting to be breached must not be breached.
Zell nods. The prowling. What does it say about the prowling?
The accursed will prowl the lands. He basically says, I think that is the vampires that are attacking us on two different fronts. And the werewolves, wherever they seem to have... there seems to not be very much werewolf activity since you have dealt with Romita. But...
speaking of which, I mentioned that we may be having them approach the city.
Is that what...
refuge here.
Is that what you were alluding to in your message?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think she said exactly werewolves, right?
Oh, she would have at one point.
Oh, okay.
I think she did explain it at one point.
Oh, okay.
They are... I have the ability to cure them. I met one, and I was able to take his curse, and I asked him to spread the word that there was hope, and that they could find it here. Though, of course, I can't stay for long, but if any do show up, let me know. She says, implying magical sending spells.
I don't personally have the ability to cast sending spells, but I do have a few priests and acolytes who can, and I will have them reach out. But I know that you will return to us when you're ready. I will keep these safe. Speaking of that, speaking of werewolves, and you sending them here, there was another prophecy that when you sent me that message, I kind of brought to my attention. It never made sense before. But it still doesn't have a timeline for me.
Well, what is it?
Well, the this he'll flip through a couple more pages and be like, I think it's this page, and then he'll stop and he'll be like, he'll show it to you, and it says, beneath the zenith sky, the pact shall swear its day and night to fulfill the gift of Pelor's light. The curse for ailments of the night, the cure for ailments of the night, beneath the zenith sky, they will share the powers of the night to protect the day from the night.
I suppose she's thoughtful to herself for a second. I could give them the choice.
Yep.
They could. I wonder if that would work. It's just that I feel like I could take part of the curse. The part that, well, the curse is them. Part of the reason that the vampires want this is so they can take only half of the curse bestowed upon them. If I'm able to do a similar thing for the werewolves, they may be able to maintain their shape-shifting without the ability to spread the curse or lose their minds.
Maybe. That is a nice thought if the people want to retain their ability.
Of course. I would have to ask before. And she just kind of like contemplates it.
There was one more prophecy that I have discovered over the years that mentions the gate. It's and he'll flip through a couple more pages. This was one, this has been the one that's been the focus of this current notebook, I believe. It's difficult with prophecy because timing, like finding the time that it fits in. If the prophecy's already happened, it's no longer valid, and there's no way of knowing. Prophecy is really difficult.
You don't need to tell me.
And he'll hold the book out and go, one last night shall be the test to seal the gate for the rest. 3 key items are the keys. Wise enough, we will see. Should the gate be sealed again, the world you know will live again. Life will thrive under Pelor's sky.
Can you put all 3 of those in the notes, please?
Yes.
Izil would copy them down in our book.
Mm-hmm.
One last night shall be the test to seal the gate for the rest. 3 key items. 3 key items are the keys. Wise enough, we will see. Should the gate be sealed again, the world you know will live again. Life will thrive under Pelor's sky.
The menacing part about this one is that it sounds like the gate will be breached. And that there'll be one chance, one night, to seal it again.
How far are we off from the solstice?
The solstice? It's probably, I think you're about 2 months, maybe 3.
I think we were already.
I think we said 8.
10 months into the.
10, oh yeah, 2. Yeah, you're 2 months away from the solstice.
Okay. So we'll nod. I don't know what to make of this one, but I'll definitely keep it in mind. It's just so good to be home. The zenith was dark. Not all the way dark, but so dark when I came in.
I definitely noticed that it's a lot brighter in here since you have returned.
I seem to have that effect on places.
Well, the zenith was designed to reflect sunlight, and you radiate a lot of that. So it's probably amplifying the little bit of light that you bring. We have not seen the sun in almost 10 months.
I know. She's very sad about that thought. She's seen the sun recently, relatively recently, but it's very sad to think anyone would go without the sun that long.
Yep. So, at this point, he'll close the book after you've jotted them down, and he'll be like, from my research and my understanding and diving into these prophecies and trying to discover what your destiny is, I believe it is to seal this gate, whatever it is, once it's breached.
I think that something can be opened without being breached. And if my suspicions are correct, it would be a gate to the abyss. But I mean, we are fighting a cult of Tharizdun, so
yes. And Palor and Tharizdun are mortal enemies. So it would make sense that the Chosen of Palor would be chosen to prevent Tharizdun's return.
oh joy. Well, I have 3 days. How many days off? 1 day off?
You guys, he told you to take a couple days.
Couple days.
And you, he's he told you to just go enjoy some time off. Okay. And he didn't give you a deadline, but he ordered you to go take some time off.
Well, I have a few days off from being chosen one, I suppose. As if. I really would like you to meet my friends.
Yes, let's have them up. I'll go get some snacks, and the tea will probably be ready here soon.
Zill nods. Zill will send either by messaging spell cantrip or by sending spell if they're too far away. Zill would know, but I do not. To the group.
You would probably know that you were too far away because you're too high up the tower.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. She'll use sending and let them know that they are to come up, and I'll send one to Darakas to let him know that he can guide them up.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, they have no idea where.
I know what I'm about. But yeah.
So, okay. Yep. Okay.
I'm sorry the game keeps turning into Zill is RPing and everyone else is chilling. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay, you just have a lot to look at in reaction gifts later.
Fuck.
There is a lot. I've been kind of semi-scrolling through it. Okay.
God damn it.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, now you guys are led up by Darakas.
Also, I wrote a poem for you.
Is it the Where is it?
I put it in Inquisition.
Oh, I'm in the notes. Is it the the limerick?
Yeah.
I like legit. Rhymes with widget.
It's the only thing I could fit in there.
That
It's
is
not
actually
and-
fantastic.
It's fucking great. I love it.
I personally
Anyway.
hate it.
I
Y'all
ran
get
it.
to come meet the
Good.
Pope.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
it tells
read.
you
I'm
war
gonna.
stories.
Do you want to read it for the stream?
Sure, give me a sec.
So you're sitting down in the thing writing this poem while you play your little flute, probably.
Sure.
Okay, because you gotta
It's
work
hard
on
to
your bard
write while
stuff.
playing a pan flute. But
Whatever.
Sure.
You can pan flute.
Doing it with one hand and writing with the other one.
I ran into a woman named Widget. Her works were quite wondrous, legit. She spoke of a war. She spoke with a war story. I'm gonna start over.
He can't even say it because he knows.
I ran in because I'm trying not to laugh. I ran into a woman named Widget. Her works were quite wondrous, legit. She spoke with war stories, who told of his glories and of his captain, the bigot.
That's fantastic. I love it. I
It's
love
amazing.
it. I'm so happy.
It's pretty great. I'm
Okay.
trying really hard not to hiccup, guys.
Okay.
So we all get led up.
Congratulations, you all get to meet the Pope.
Paylor and Pope. Yes, basically.
Mr. Bean.
And the funny part is he's not even a cleric.
Nope. I know what he is. I think Dion might. No, or not Dion, but I think Bruno might know what he is.
There's a good chance. Okay, so you guys get let up.
I've never met him.
Oh,
It's in the story.
Oh.
Anyway.
but you
I
Get
put
let
down
up.
the giant stone bench that I was bench pressing.
Yeah, like he was outside.
Yeah,
He didn't like-
It was too bright in there, so I
I
had
just-
like the priest, Six, and Dion like on a bench, and I was just bench pressing it.
that's the way to do a bench press.
Lol.
Literally.
Yep.
Okay. So, what?
Reaction gifts.
Because canonically, this guy looks like Mr. Bean. We have a lot of footage.
Okay.
It's a lot of Bean gifts. And
You
stuff.
need to share like what he actually looks like, so that
Yes, I do.
Well, we know.
No,
Did
I'm
we
just
actually
picturing
have
Mr.
a
Bean dressed as the
picture
Pope
of
now.
him, Zill?
I think you did.
somewhere I saw one somewhere sometime.
I know. I don't remember where it was though.
On the other hand, this is Jorak right now.
100%.
That's a better one than the one.
But
I found.
instead of like attractive, young, beautiful women, it's like old priest men.
Palorites.
Oh my god. Nice.
He found, yeah. I knew exactly what it was going to be. The second he said, "Oh my god, guys," I knew it was going to be Mr. Bean in a Pope outfit.
God.
So that's who we're going to meet.
I'm trying to find a picture.
Oh my god. I hate it.
You hate that you love it.
I hate how much I love it. Oh no. I'm gonna eat this
Regardless
burger
of
and
what he
get the
looked like
hiccups.
before, that's not the case anymore. This is now canon.
Oh yeah, he's Mr. Bean.
You know the irony is he probably looks something like this, but a little older.
Who?
Oh, I need to drop that into. No, I'm not gonna drop that there. I'm gonna do this here. Put it in notes. Of course, it's not gonna work that way.
And
Well,
of course, this is his
screen
Pope.
snippet.
I know we already had it, but this is his Pope wave.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's standing out on like a balcony,
There we go.
both hands.
He like goes through the town in his little Popemobile.
That's the gesture for may the sun rise with you.
That's probably
I like
It is for Zorak.
that's probably the most
Yeah.
accurate, like, all around picture for him. He's probably darker
Group
skinned.
notes.
Yes.
Group notes.
And yeah, the guy in
Nope.
reaction gifts.
Not even close.
Yeah.
So
It's too late. It's in my mind.
but yeah, no, because he would keep his hair short. And
Like short, dark hair.
the red and white
Kind of a Caesar
outfit.
cut.
God damn it, guys! You're done with the thing. You guys are gonna go meet him. Let's RP, guys.
'Kay.
D&D time.
So Durakis comes up and knocks on the door. What do you guys? Are you gonna let him in?
Zill will absolutely get up and invite
Okay.
them in.
So Zill will open the door, guys, and beckon you all in.
Zill is
Zorak
going
walks
to
in
describe.
and fangirls a little bit, and he's like, "Oh my god, I loved you in that race."
Oh my god.
So
Fucking hell.
as you guys walk into this room,
Can I describe it?
yeah, go for it. I'll let you describe it.
Yay! It's a small room with a large desk at the far end by a small stained glass window. There's a door to the left that leads to his private sleeping chambers. There are a few old chairs that are extremely comfortable and a table that always has a tray of cookies on it. On the wall across from the door hangs now 6 weapons: a longsword, a bow, a warhammer, a war axe, a whip, and the rod with a circly thingy in it. That Spoopy brought.
It looks like the symbol of Palor, actually.
It looks like the symbol
With
of
with
Palor.
a hole in the middle.
The rest of the walls are covered in bookshelves. The room seems very plain and small, especially compared to the fact that it's, inside the Zenith and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's it. That's the description. There's a lot of other words here I have to skip over.
But yeah, no, like, surprisingly, guys, it's underwhelming, the room. Besides the wall of weapons, the room is very modest. You wouldn't expect this of the high priest of the Palorian religion.
No golden toilet seats.
It's very, very humble space. He'll beckon you all over to the chairs where Zill and him are already sitting. Or Zill would walk over to the chair, I guess, and sit back down.
All right, guys, enough looking at gifts. Time to roleplay.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. I've heard a little bit about you from Zill here. Seems like you've all been on quite an adventure together.
Mm-hmm. This is not what I expected.
What do you mean, not what you expected?
Dion's looking at all the weapons on the wall.
Oh,
And he just kind of gestures at the weapons.
Oh, my weapons? I was once a warrior in the Haven army. I fought several terms against Sulfira. But that was probably close to 200 years ago. It's been a while. But don't think I'm not capable of using them still. As he gives you a look. It's like a playful look, kind of.
Are you asking to spar?
It's been a while, but a sparring match could be fun later, if you have time.
Zill is delighted at the idea of Dion and Father Blackbriar sparring.
Oh
So-
man, I have to go build a character sheet now.
Zorak could always use more practice.
I wouldn't want to hurt him.
I Jorak has like the image of just like throwing Dion out of the stained glass window,
I mean, you could. It wouldn't kill him.
but he doesn't do it.
Dion hasn't used his wings today, so. Although, as far as Jorak knows, Dion still has the skeleton wings and can't fly.
Yeah, that is true.
The only one who knows is Zill. Headset's off for like 5 seconds.
Okay. Apparently, I'm going to make a Father Blackbriar real quick.
Lol.
Just in case you guys decide to do this.
I absolutely love the idea of sparring with.
A veteran of the war.
I'm so excited.
I don't actually know who will win. Like, honestly.
I mean, if it's 1v1s...
Between Jorak and the Pope?
I don't know. I don't honestly know. What would do?
I'm not afraid to divine smite a holy man.
Would it even do anything, though? I kid.
I had to manually go find that gif.
I was totally forgetting that we got this, and my brain was like, we're gonna eat some pretzel bites with nacho cheese.
Nope, that's chocolate cake.
That's even better.
Would you go grab a fork or two?
Is this movie?
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh my god, I couldn't place it. I was like, what? I know this scene. I know that face. I just don't know what
Well,
it's
he, like,
from.
bumps into the guy and throws him out the window.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that.
In that movie.
You said throw him out the window, and that was the first thing that came to mind. Here's the second one. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, baby. Anyway.
Yes, so what do you guys want to talk about? Are you guys acknowledging that he basically said he'd spar with you if you want?
No.
I mean, yeah, I heard it.
Okay. Are you guys gonna say anything
Pills?
about it?
About
About
I already
sparring?
did. What do you mean?
Oh, did you?
He's
say
like, yeah, let's spar.
Okay.
Actually, I volunteered Jorak to spar with him.
It's true, you did. What pills? Oh, they're there.
It's also two
Jorak
boxes
doesn't
right there.
want to spar.
I didn't want to open anyone. Shrek does not want to spar?
Yeah, he probably just like.
Does he tell the Pope that? Okay.
Lol. Anyway.
Well, if you're afraid, I can do it.
Father Blackbriar, this is Dion. This is Jorak. And this is Six. And she'll introduce each of you because she forgot she hadn't done that yet.
Yeah. Greetings.
Dion gives a little salute. Oh. A casual one. Not sarcastic, just casual.
Yeah. Okay. So I hear you've been traveling with Zill for the last 10 months, most of you?
Sort of, yes.
Oh, yes, there was that weird time dilation thing she was telling me about.
Zell nods.
Mm-hmm.
For us, chronologically, more like 6 months.
Time does go by differently when you're in the middle of stuff.
He'll chuckle about that.
Zil turns to the picture in her journal of the apparatus. It was quite an interesting device. It got blown up by a bunch of tieflings.
Oh, that's
It
unfortunate.
turned out to be quite pleasant once they were no longer trying to blow us up.
That's good to hear.
For Silphirans, yeah.
Sulfurians can be very fierce.
They were Silphirans, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys are terrible at small talk.
Yes, you really are.
Did you ever think Dion was going to be good at small talk?
No.
Yeah, not really.
We can just skip the RP and be like, yeah, we had a pleasant little conversation,
Yes.
and then we made our way to our rooms because Zilla's tired.
Does Dion want to spar with him?
Does he want to spar with Dion's not going to like...
Oh, he actually does want to spar. He has not. He says he's out of practice.
Sure, I can spar.
But he is more of like a question, like, do you actually want to spar? Because you had mentioned it.
I will always train when the opportunity arises.
Okay. Give me just another minute to like finish up creating his character sheet, and then
Sounds like a good time for a bio break.
Yes. Yeah. Why don't we do that?
I rolled a 5 on initiative, so I got a 14.
Lol. You rolled on your character sheet? Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 3 on my character sheet, so I got a 5.
There, I rolled a 9, so I got a 20.
No, I'm not actually sparring.
I wanted to send the result to the tracker, but no valid token was selected. Do we even have tokens on the world map?
You can drop them. Let's do it in the lower section, down over here. Let's have the arena be below the name of the.
I see a Zorak.
Because I don't really have a.
How big do you want the arena to be?
You'll just be doing it out in the courtyard, so it could technically be any size, but I'd probably...
So should I be doing this with, Iris, or...
If you want Iris, you are welcome to.
I never didn't want Iris.
Here, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull you guys over to the amphitheater, and we'll use the amphitheater.
Oh, there you go.
Let me clear everything, though.
Oh, we've been deleted.
Sorry.
Whoop! That's not what I wanted.
I'm trying to find that random thing that I need.
So what happens if Dion kills the Pope? Can I do non-lethal smiting?
Technically, no, but...
I'm pretty sure that you could just... One of you could, like, be like, nope, I'm done.
Death ward on him.
Can you move either Iris down or Dion up so that if he's
Layers.
on her?
Gotcha, that's what it's called.
Yes, it's called layers. You know, like onions and ogres.
And parfait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh! Got a 27 on 7d6.
Are you casting Fireball?
No, I'm casting Guiding Bolt. Ooh.
ask you
Are
how
you joining the battle?
he'll ask you how serious you want to be about this fight.
Well, I wouldn't want to.
He's basically asking, like, should I bring out all my weapons or just...
Do fight with several at a time?
I can.
He is General Grievous.
Are you an unspecialized? I don't think anyone understands that reference. Never mind.
He will go pick up the new addition to the wall. Zill.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine as long as you don't mind me using all of my assets.
I wouldn't have it any other. And he'll also put his longsword on his hip. And he'll take those 2 weapons.
Do you need a moment to prepare? Because
he just has to grab his stuff and then head down to the...
Dion looks at the window. Does it open?
The window? No, it does not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's unfortunate.
Are you gonna jump out?
I was just gonna jump out the window. Like, I'll meet you down there.
Zell would have followed, except catching him halfway down before his wings came out. No, kidding.
I mean, he couldn't time it. He's
I don't
not that
know.
dumb.
Zill remembers the last time you jumped off something really tall trying to pop out
Yeah,
your
he-
wings.
Can do it on his own now.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Jeez, 0 faith.
Lol, you say to the person with
You
all
do
of the
realize
faith.
what's going to happen if everyone starts jumping out of a fucking window, right?
That's not on me.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, he'll ask you one last question. Do you care if there's spectators?
I mean, usually the battlefield is full of them, so no, I don't mind.
So,
Insight check.
he's... You're insight checking him?
No.
Okay.
Dan doesn't mind people watching him fight. He just minds people watch him in social situations.
Okay.
God damn, I need to stop rolling that 20.
What freaking
You-
like? Could
from-
you stop praying to RNGesus? Like,
It's all Paylor.
So, Zill, you know this is something that Father Blackbriar does. He likes to ask permission, but whenever he's about to do a big spectacle, something like this, he's going to invite everyone in the Zenith to come watch.
Zill is stoked.
hold on, I have a gift for this. Unless someone already put it. Nope.
Oh my god, that general.
Oh, yeah, the general group.
It's not the full one, though. It's not the full one.
Oh, yeah,
Damn
when
it.
he starts spinning and they
He
cut
starts
Paul's
spinning
arms
and
away.
just blows himself up.
Yeah. That is a great gif. Okay, so...
I need it, but where is it?
I don't have a token for him. I am just going to borrow... I'm just going to borrow Agris here. Because I just need... So the map is actually not matched up to the grid. Just so you know.
That's the worst.
Sorry. I apologize. Okay.
Zill's sitting on top of a rock. No, she's sitting up
Okay.
here in the episode.
So, there's actually, Zill, you know that there's actually a little
Got it.
arena type area in the Zenith's grounds that usually is where Father Blackbriar goes to train and spar when he does.
Morpheus is fighting Neo.
Nemo.
Didn't GIF and oh, there it goes. So there is a place in Zill.
There's a place, and it's a similar layout to the amphitheater.
Convenient.
And so you guys head down the stairs, and Father Blackbriar stops one of the acolytes and tells him, if you would like to gather all the acolytes, there's about to be a match out in the yard. And he'll be like, his eyes will light up. He'll be like, oh. And he'll be like, and then he looks and sees Father Blackbriar has 2 weapons on him, and he is like, oh. And then he immediately, like, you've never seen an acolyte run so fast.
I love it.
And so this acolyte named Mouse goes and collects everyone, right?
Lol.
Yes.
Lol. Good reference.
And you, a little while later, you go here, Father Blackbriar is challenging a contestant in the sparring arena, and like yelling around.
Contestant, we're just sparring.
And
Like, going for the
and
title
you
or
see
something?
like, you all of a sudden start seeing people like funneling out of rooms, like looking around and listening, and then all of a sudden people are closing the doors and starting to head down. Like, it's like a whole procession of people.
Perhaps I should have warned you about this beforehand. Though I really wasn't expecting this to... I was not expecting you to spar.
Okay.
That's fine.
So you guys get down to the arena, and so rules of our bout. Are you planning to use your wolf there?
Don't we all use all the tools at our disposal to fight?
Okay. He'll acknowledge it and be like,
Besides, she's not a wolf.
okay,
She just looks like one.
gotcha. So, there's actually probably about 300 people that have gathered around and are now sitting around the arena. Most of them are acolytes and people in Pelorian uniforms and dress, basically. But there were also normal civilians that were probably visiting the Zenith when this all happened. Father Blackbriar takes... This is young Dion Zenos. He has agreed to humor me in a sparring match since I have not had one in a very long time.
Turn tracker.
We are not fighting to the death, so do not worry about that. But he is a paladin of Pelor, so I am honored to fight him.
Dion's just stretching while he's saying all this.
He'll kind of like do a shoulder roll, pull out the staff thing that has like the Pelorian symbol, and he'll kind of give it like a little shake, and you'll watch as it bursts into flames, looking something like this.
Where are you putting it?
I posted it in notes.
He's got a firehammer staff.
What was that, Zil?
Zilla's muted. Zilla's immediately drawing this.
Okay.
Just like fucking furiously sketching in her book. She's like super excited because she hasn't seen.
So is this
him.
He does take off his outer robes, and he's got a set of more worn robes underneath. It appears that it could be versatile. It's long enough that it could be both.
Gotcha. Warhammer-esque.
Yes, it's very much a Warhammer-esque.
And he has another weapon in another hand?
No, he's only wielding this one right now. He does have a longsword on his hip, though.
Okay. Does he have anything else in his hands?
Nope. There is a 30-foot radius of light around him, though, from the hammer.
Okay. Oh, don't worry, we all have our toys. And then Dion pulls out Dawnbringer and turns her on.
Oh, yeah.
Touches her in all the right places.
Cracks his neck. So are we about to begin?
He'll nod over at Zill to signal the start.
Okay, Dion's gonna, before the fight starts, Dion's gonna stretch and put his arms out way out in front of him. And then just very casually pop his wings out.
Okay.
Zill's, as he's stretching, Zill's gonna do a little. She probably has done this before, but now she's using thaumaturgy because she can do that now as a loudspeaker. And she does a little introductions, and then she says, "And let the fight begin."
Okay. Let's roll initiative.
I tried to like 3 times.
Oh, I didn't have
He
the...
did. It's true.
Is this going to work?
I can't find the gif of King Boomy from Avatar, like being all hunched up in his robes and then throwing his robes off and being absolutely ripped underneath. And I'm looking for this gif and I can't find it. It makes me sad.
23 initiative, huh?
Yup.
Okay.
You have an idea what's going on?
He's fast. There's definitely that.
Okay. So we're gonna just start this off with a bang.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Giggity.
Actually, no. He's not going to do that yet. You did pop your wings out, but you're still on the ground. So
Correct.
he's going to run up to you immediately, and he's going to make... how many attacks
At
does he get?
disadvantage, by the way.
Disadvantage for...
For the fact that I'm wearing a displacer cloak.
Oh, that is right. I'm just trying to figure out how many attacks he has.
Well, I would roll them individually because
Yes.
of the way displacer works.
Yep, I know.
Okay.
I'm just confirming something real quick, because... right here. And you're this one. Oh no, I need to go here. This level. Okay, cool. So he has 2. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2. Public. And I'm just going to roll so everyone can see.
Mhm.
And okay. So I think the second one hits. 23.
That 23 will hit, yeah.
Okay. You take 10 points of radiant damage.
No, I don't.
Oh, you take 5 points of radiant damage.
Heck yeah, awesomers.
Mhm.
And you know what? He's going to make an unarmed strike at you. Now that you've been hit,
Okay.
the Displacer Cloak doesn't continue until next round, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So he's got a level of monk in him, huh?
A level of monk? Yeah, sure.
Or something.
So he decks you right in the face
For 11?
for 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And let's just put this off with a go and do a flurry of blows to do one more.
Okay.
16
Nope.
hit? No. Okay. Okay. Okay, and now it is your turn.
Okay. As a free action, Dion will spit some blood out on the ground.
Okay.
And circle around. And he will he'll go 5 feet in the air, but not enough to be out of the. Basically, his feet are at like
Does
head
Iris?
height.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Iris hasn't had a turn yet. And he will go ahead and if we're gonna do that, Dion's going to go ahead and make. Where are they? There we go. He's going to say a word under his breath, and his Dawnbringer will grow like a little bit more blue in light.
Okay.
And he'll make a couple of attacks.
Okay.
Let me. Okay, that's there.
So you're casting a smite, I take it?
Correct.
Okay.
And he'll make a couple of attacks at Father Blackbriar.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh. I gotta turn off the roll thing. Wow. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay. Does a 21 hit?
Yes, 21 will hit.
Okay. For minimum damage. That's so unlike Dion. So there's 9 there. Plus the
What smite are you casting?
my smite. I'm casting stalling smite.
Okay, what does that do again?
I put it up. What's that? So that's 8 cold damage. And then I'm also going to throw a divine smite in there. Since apparently we're going for this.
Yeah.
And I'll do that. Let me look at my spell slots real
Okay,
quick.
so he takes 8 more damage.
Is there a way of I wish there was a way of just looking at your spell slots without the spells.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, I need to... Give me 1 sec.
I
need
think...
to do a long rest. Because... Don't worry, I'm
Oh.
keeping track of my damage here.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't do a long rest since last fight. He does need to make a con save.
We did do one. We just...
You just didn't on your character sheet.
Correct.
I was... It clicked the second I made the sound. I was like, and then I realized exactly what he was getting.
What's the DC for your...
Huh?
The DC for your save for the...
17.
17? Okay, he'll fail, so he's under the effects of the slow spell. For...
Wonderful. Until I lose concentration.
Okay, cool. And that means he can only do...
Let me pop slow in there for you real quick.
Okay. I can pull it up, but if you have it accessible.
That okay, let me try this a different way.
Okay.
I want it for my own reference as well.
-2 to AC, Dex saving throws, can't use reactions, just turn either an action or a bonus action on both.
Mm-hmm.
And it can't make multiple attacks. Okay.
Oh, or they can also he also gets to make a save, an additional save at the end of each round.
Cool.
But I can concentrate on it up to a minute.
Okay. Yep.
And for the Divine Smite, he takes 16.
Okay.
Nice.
2 8s. Fuck off.
Okay.
Love it.
So that's 17 plus 16, so 33.
Okay. I already inputted the damage, so
Cool. And then Iris will go around his side. And shit. I didn't do a new tab, I did a thing. I'm already there. Iris will make a couple of attacks at advantage here. 14 is a miss. Oh no, she only gets one attack per round. I need to get freaking Greater Steed. So I'm guessing that a 14 misses, so that'll be her turn.
yes, 14 will miss.
Since 16 did.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is he gonna do? Okay. So, okay, it's back to his turn.
Oh, is that including does? Well, no. If it's 16 missed, 14 would, even with the -2 to AC. So action or bonus action, and if he attacks, only one attack.
Yep.
And if there's a spell, he has to roll for it.
Oh, I forgot to do an ability. He actually has advantage on his saving throws. I'm gonna roll the second one real quick. That looks like he passed his saving throw, actually, so he is not slowed.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to create a character, and I'm like still learning. I have to remember all his abilities.
That's the end of the turn.
No, that's the original saving
That's
throw.
the original saving throw for the slow spell. Because he rolled the 15 and then a 23, because he had advantage. I forgot that he had advantage on saving throws. So, okay. And he also has another ability that I forgot about, which will be nice to know. But, okay, so he's not slowed.
Oh, he also didn't take the angel damage, which is my level, right?
Okay.
Yep.
So that's 12. Yes.
Double checking. Yes, 12 damage.
Okay.
So 45 damage.
Okay. Cool.
Not bad for one hit.
Yeah. He'll be like, You'll see him buffer, and he'll be like, wow, you do hit hard. But he'll...
This is me a level 12 versus a level, like, something crazy dude over here, and my CR 1/2 on the side.
Yeah.
Who's the size of both of us put together?
She is perfect. We love her.
She is wonderful. I just need to basically get to level 17 for her to get an upgrade. It's so far.
Yeah.
For how far, like, it's the point where, like, I'm really reticent to put more levels into Bard because I really want to get my higher level Paladin stuff now that I'm back to Paladin.
Okay, and he's back to disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna fail.
Because I'm all shadowy, wispy.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, a natural 1, huh?
Yep. 13 won't hit, right?
That's also gonna fail.
Okay.
Aww.
He doesn't have to roll very
Poor
high to hit
Ambrose.
me. I hit him really hard. He would be reeling. He's also dodging a wolf right behind him.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Dude.
Dion, do you feel better about yourself now?
Slightly.
Beating up an old man. Yeah, no.
Oh my
Oh,
word.
so
You rolled
another
only
key
ones
point,
and
huh?
twos.
Yep.
Another key point. All right.
Oh my god.
To be fair, he did have disadvantage on all of them, but still.
Yeah.
With a +11/+9 to hit, and every single one of them was. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it that's his turn. Is he gonna try to move?
Yeah, he definitely will move.
Okay.
He'll dart 60 feet away.
Okay, Dion's going, and Iris will take attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
Unless he has like the mobile feat.
Does he have the mobile feet?
He does
I
now.
mean-
Click.
No,
I mean,
does
if he
not.
did, he'd be moving 70 feet.
Okay.
So
So since I just picked up Sentinel, I'm just kidding.
No.
Dion
He has another
make
feat
their
that is
attacks.
actually not very helpful in this situation.
Does a 25 hit?
A 25 will hit.
Okay. So that's 14 radiant plus. No, it's once per turn.
oh, this is
And
a
well,
reaction.
actually,
Never mind.
technically, let me. Does it say your turn?
It would
Let me look.
reset on your turn.
Well, I mean, look how it says. It's once per turn. Technically, this is his turn.
Okay, yeah. So another 12.
As well as another divine smite.
What's the damage?
So that's another 27. Yeah, that's my angel power.
Oh, okay.
So that's 14 plus 27 is
Okay.
what I did. And then Iris makes her attack as well.
Okay.
Which is not nearly as good. Where did it go? Oh, it's down there. There it is. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, 22 would hit.
So as he tries to dash away, they both hit him. I also need him to make a strength save. He'll probably do fine on that. This is not a spell, if that makes a difference. And he takes another 10 piercing damage as she bites into his leg as he tries to run away.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Okay, that's just enough. Okay, so he dashes 60 feet away.
Yep.
While taking 24 plus 27 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Ouch.
Is that his turn?
That will be his turn, yes.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hold on, let me make sure that I kept up on my spell slots because I don't want to cheat. I did that. Okay. And then I did those two. Okay. All right. So Dion is going to fly. That's. Just gonna fly right there. That should be. Thank you. Should be 10 feet away from him.
Yep.
Okay. Dion's gonna fly right there, and he's going to make his. He's going to, because he thinks we're going all out, right? That was the implication.
Yeah.
Is that's happening? So, he's going.
You hear
to...
Zill in your head say, "Please don't try and kill him."
Dion's not trying to kill him, but how does he looking? Like, does he look like I'll kill him if I go all out?
He's looking like he's taken some hits, but he's not like out of the game
To be
yet.
fair, Stalling Smite is meant as a controlling thing, not a killing thing.
Yes.
So that's what he's trying to do. So he's going to queue up another Stalling Smite.
Okay.
And attempt to hit him for 2 attacks.
Okay.
He has not practiced his new abilities yet, so he's not trying to do those at all.
Yeah.
No, these are not at advantage.
Okay, that will not hit.
Because he's not flanking anymore. And then, wow.
Nope.
Apparently, Dion's hasn't been used to flying and fighting for a while now, so
Yeah.
he misses completely there. Iris is going to run up. She's got 50 feet, and I believe that puts her right there.
Okay.
So she's also going to make her attack. Again, not at advantage. I don't know. He took extra attacks, but now he's not at... All his attacks aren't at advantage, so... Yeah, so that's 3 misses.
Okay.
So don't worry, he's not the only one who's failing a little bit here.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we going on out, or...?
Well, you're very good at dodging, apparently.
I have a little help.
I can see that.
I love you guys are talking in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
Very, very Trevor Belmont.
Okay. Iris is done.
Yeah, it's his turn.
Okay. He's going to dart around this way, staying within her reach. He's going to turn and hold the hammer up, and he's going to cast a spell.
Oh, batch.
Would kill.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, but I'll roll this first.
Does Dispel... That works like Counterspell, right?
What is it?
Why do I get to take an attack of opportunity? He did. He moved out of my range again.
Oh, yeah.
So before that happens...
Yeah, go for it. I did forget about that. That will not hit.
Okay. So his AC is at least 20. Good to know. Oh, you said a spell? I thought you said dispel.
A spell.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you need me to do what?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Does Iris need to as well, or is it just Dion?
Oh, Iris does too.
Okay. Damn it.
So...
Okay. Hold on. The first one was for Dion. Okay, this is not a roll. I'm just testing something. Okay, so if you do the saves with the dice roller on, it'll do both. Doesn't roll the same thing, though. Actually, it did roll the same thing, but I don't know if that was pure luck. Okay, so I'm guessing a 13 fails.
13 will fail.
And
17
Iris...
will save.
Hold on, that's not Iris.
Oh.
Iris gets a
9.
14.
14, that will fail as well.
Okay, so we both fail our con saves.
So...
And now we're fucked.
You both take 38 points of radiant damage as he casts Sunbeam.
Okay. How much did you say? 34? 38?
38.
So I take... see... 19.
You're also blinded until your next turn. Both of you.
Okay. Let's see here.
Okay. And then after that, he's going to... How far did he already move? He moved from here.
That's a lot of damage to Iris. What a jerk.
30.
Who hits a
Did she
wolf?
take radiant damage? I thought she was a celestial.
She is a celestial, but there's nothing about her mechanics
Really?
There's nothing about Feinstein that makes them take less damage for that.
That's dumb.
And
Right.
he's gonna dart back
Okay, she's gonna make her attack of opportunity.
at disadvantage because she's blind.
Yep. Roll super well, babe. All right.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Casey's not here.
You're right, Casey's not here.
Okay.
Okay.
Dion, what you doing? You're blind.
How blind?
Like you can't see for this return.
So I don't know where he is. Was what you're saying?
Roll a perception at disadvantage. And I will just roll a standard stealth.
You're telling me that Dion
I have to make it.
Xenos
Oh, actually,
and
no.
framed in the
I'll just
dark
use.
and no.
I
his
took.
enemies are
Yeah,
all the
I
time?
took 19. So
So
What was that?
I mean, he
Nothing,
has
it was
dark
just the-
vision. He can see in the
Well.
dark. I mean, he still has some skill in perception, but he's better than your. Oh God, he was not expecting a radiant
No.
fireball.
yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, I mean, it was a 14. It was a 6, not the 4. It always does it twice.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Super annoying.
I know when you click on the little icon next to the attack or whatever, when it pops up the little dice, usually that will throw it directly into without having to click a button, and then the side pops up that you go and click the button. So sometimes that's why it rolls twice. I know that. Because I figured that out at one point when I was playing Beholder.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it does do that. When you click the number on the right, it just auto rolls it.
Yeah, except I have the dice roller on.
Oh,
It doesn't do it for me. It's
So
not doing any
That
of that.
doesn't work for me right now.
weird. Okay. I disabled the dice roller for this, so it's
Okay.
just easier.
So I don't know where he is.
Nope.
Okay.
He was in that direction, but that's all you know.
That athletics check, by the way, was just Jorek like flexing, like watching in the crowd.
He's like, oh.
Does he look
Just
at
like
someone
making
when
my
he does
peck
it?
stance.
Lol.
That was just the first thing I clicked.
Dion, remembering where Iris was, is going to, use his, hands and heal her for 12.
Okay.
And then he'll, he's going to fly up in the air a little bit and take the dodge action with the Step of the Wind.
Cool. Step of the Wind does...
It's a key point to dodge, basically.
Gotcha. And the dodge action grants you...
Patient defense.
Sorry, patient defense. It's patient defense is the dodge action.
Okay.
It basically makes it so all of my stuff is
disadvantage against you, and you have...
Yeah, so it's basically, instead of just being the cloak,
Gotcha. Cool.
all attacks made against me will be at disadvantage.
Okay. Even if he could reach you with the melee attack. He flew up in the air.
Right. And so Iris gains 12.
Okay.
That's his turn. Then Iris will.
Okay, so you start to begin to reclaim your vision after your turn ends.
Okay. Iris is going to try to find him as well. However,
Okay.
she
She can
Can
smell.
has advantage on smell checks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make that check for her.
Okay. It was a 23 for his dipping out.
What?
I rolled a stealth for being able to perceive him before.
Oh, he took the hide action.
No, I just rolled that for being able to perceive him, like his natural stealthiness. That's why I just rolled it at regular, not advantage. But we can just do passive, so 14 will be the DC.
Okay, and it's hearing and smell, so
Yes.
that's nice. Of course. Oh no, she has advantage, so 14.
14?
Perfect.
Okay, so
She knows where he is.
Yep.
She still has disadvantage on the attack, but she'll run over there and try to pin him down with her bite.
Okay.
For an 18 to hit, which is
No.
not enough because he is not slowed.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, but she knows where he is.
Okay.
And telepathically communicates that to Dion in less than 6 seconds.
But her vision comes back. At the end of her
that's
turn.
right. She still does it because.
So he'll be like,
I got him.
well,
Okay, so I found him. He's like over here.
he's going to twirl the hammer again and reach his hand out. And reach his hand out again, and he's going to create a new sunbeam, targeting both of you.
Okay.
Oh, that one was an awful damage roll. Hey, so we need 2 more con saves from each of you.
Oh, it's only DC 15, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can do that with a +7. Okay, didn't roll that time.
Did he make a
Wait,
concentration
now what?
check?
Oh, it just popped up.
What the fuck? Dion, boy, I know you're trying to make her dad look good and not feel like an old man, but come on now.
One of the two, man.
Iris, on the other hand,
Okay.
succeeds.
Iris saves, yes. So she takes half damage, so 8 points of damage. And
Okay.
you take 8 points because you have resistance to radiant.
Yeah.
And you are blinded again, Dion.
Okay.
And then he's gonna dip out again. Somewhere probably about here.
Does the 22 hit him?
A 22 will hit, yes.
Okay, Iris is gonna make a bite attack at him as he tries to run away.
Okay.
And he's gonna need to make a strength save as he goes to avoid falling flat on his face as he tries to run away. He succeeds.
Okay.
So he just pulls his leg away from the teeth that are in it.
Yep. Okay.
Ow. Is Zil still cheering, or is she like...
She is watching her boyfriend and her father fight. It's fucking great, okay?
Most women wouldn't like that. I think it's great that she does.
She knows you both can handle yourselves. Besides, she's here to heal you if you die.
Okay. He's going to...
Are these boulders like actually here? Or is that
just like roll them onto him?
No,
I'm helping.
It would be...
No, he wants to bench press him.
The arena would be clear. It would be really finely kept.
Damn.
Jorak was looking to get a light lift in.
Zorak looks around for a big old piece of rebar, shoves it into both boulders, and then just starts lifting it like a...
Okay,
barbell.
then he's going to spend another key point to do another move action.
Okay. As far as I know, he's got 20, so... He's using another key point to what? To dash?
Step of the wind. Yep.
He's so far from Iris.
Okay.
That's not how. That's. Are you calculating Iris's movement?
Mm-hmm.
Did she get moved, or was
No.
he? He was up there, wasn't he?
Yeah. He went down here and then over there.
He's moving tactically, not
I mean,
in a straight line.
He's a monk. Mm-hmm. High level monks have lots of speed. I don't know if he has anything else.
And that will be the end of his turn. Dion,
Okay.
you are
Can
blind.
Dion see?
No, you are blind.
Okay. So wait, he did it 3 times?
What is it? Move? What are you talking about?
Oh, he cast it and then he moved and then he dashed. Okay.
Yep.
My brain was thinking that was like 2 turns ago.
Nope.
You know, if Dion could see the attack, he would be able to analyze it, but he can't because it blinds him. What can he do? You know, he's just going to Sorry, just looking at things, and it's like a creature you see.
Yep. Vision's important.
Incredibly important. Fortunately, paladins have this wonderful ability to keep themselves alive really well.
Yeah.
Dion is...
Especially since
What?
he only seems to deal radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
You are exceptionally resistant to this.
Mm-hmm. Dion is...
Oh, he needs to make a concentration check, too.
Would Dion... I'll make a second one.
Oh, no, Dion doesn't need to.
Oh.
Blackbriar does.
Actually, he does.
For her.
That's a save.
He's got a smite up.
I still have a smite on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a toggle. You turn it on. Where was I? What was I thinking? Saying?
You're right. Yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't see.
My pings aren't showing up. What the hell? Oh, it's 'cause I'm...
If you don't have the right thing selected, it won't ping. I'm trying to think. Like, first off, would Dion think that you know, I'm just gonna do it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Dion's going to Divine Sense.
Okay. Divine Sense says...
Oh, wrong thing. Divine Sense. I have so many abilities. Hold on. Sorry. I just lost it. Okay. Anything affected by the Hallow spell as well. So basically I'm looking to see, seeing if I can sense his holy shit.
Celestial Fiend, Undead, within 60 feet.
Or anything affected by the Hallow spell.
Zill's not within 60 feet, right?
No, she's a little further than that.
You can sense Iris.
Okay.
You cannot sense Father Blackbriar, no.
Okay.
You suddenly realize the Eratan is flying above your head.
None of his stuff is...
Oh, yeah.
Like, high up.
Is Eratan up there?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Zill has been watching through Eratan.
Okay.
She wants to be up close.
Oh, that's right. She can do that. She's a fucking warlock. Okay, so that doesn't work. I was gonna lay on my hands on myself, but that's also an action. So let me see real quick.
You realize
Nope,
6 is
nope,
standing right next
nope.
to you the whole time.
While I'm flying in the air.
Mhm.
Okay,
He's
weird.
still right behind you. He's peering over your shoulder.
Weird. Okay. Actually, as my bonus action, then I'm going to say, "Come on, Iris, you can do this," and I'm going to give her a bardic inspiration.
Okay. You gonna say your limerick?
No, I say, "Come on, Iris, you can do this."
Yeah, that sounds like a Dion thing.
I mean, he does it telepathically. Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
'Kay.
Oh, right. So I say, "Come on, Iris, you can do this."
Prepubescent teenage boy voice.
I mean, it's kind of always been the joke that that's how he sounds, and
His head.
Zill's the only one who knows.
"Come
this.
on, Iris, you can do this" is a little more accurate, but that's not really. Okay. Anyway, so that's Dion's turn. I did say he flew a little higher up in the air.
Okay.
How
high is he?
Let's say he was 5 feet. He doesn't want to get too high, but he'll just go up another 5 feet.
Okay, so you're 10 feet up, and okay, your vision
because he has no idea where.
Yep. Your vision
That's
begins
what,
to come back.
3 rounds?
Of
Something
what?
like that, yeah. He's seeing me. He's made me
Okay.
blind for basically.
This
3
is
rounds,
this is the second round he was blind.
No, this is the 3rd round of combat because he's only got wings for 10.
Is this not the 3rd time he's blinded me?
No, this is the second time he blinded you.
Oh, we just had really shitty rolls when we chased him.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Iris.
Actually, that makes this the 4th round.
Because there was 2 rounds before the spell came out.
Iris. That's fine. If you keep track of it, I don't have to. Iris can't get to him and hit him, so she's just gonna get to him.
Okay.
She'll go right there.
Sounds good.
That's her turn.
Okay. He's gonna reach his hand out and cast another line of the spell. Oh, that's not what I want. I want the spell.
Wait, that's an AoE spell.
No, it's not. It's a line. It's a 5-foot line.
Okay.
I mean,
So
it is called
it's not
Sun
it's not
Beam.
It's not what I'm thinking of then. Okay.
Yeah. It's not the one that Zill casted that...
I was thinking it was a class thing. Don't worry about it. So he's casting again?
Yep.
Okay.
So another
And
save.
is he casting it at...
He's casting it through
Deal.
the both of you. So it's hitting both
How
of
long
you.
is it?
60 feet.
Jeez. Okay. Jeez. Iris takes full damage from it and is blinded. Dion finally rolls decently on his
Okay.
con save that he's really good at.
There you go. Okay. So it's 21 points of damage. You take half and then half again. So you take
Correct.
5.
Correct.
And Iris takes 21. Because I don't think she has resistance, right?
No, she also goes.
On the flip
that
side, she's not blinded.
Oh, actually, hold on. She would have still failed. At what?
Iris disappears.
Mm-hmm.
At that, Father Blackbriar will take this hammer and set it down and be like, I think that is enough for today. We seem to both You're a very competent fighter. And he'll
doesn't say the snide remarks he wants to say in his head right now. Well, you're quite good at keeping me from seeing.
You said we could use any trick and anything we had in our disposal.
I was not complaining. And Dion sets down and lets his wings fade.
Zill,
And then Leon hands himself to Full.
Eritan comes and curls up, comes in front of you and then curls up on your neck, and you feel magical heals.
Father Blackbriar will walk over and hand you a potion of healing.
I'm completely fine, thank you.
You're fine?
You're still getting a cure wounds.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so let's go back to the other map now. Since
it's not letting me roll my cure wounds. Why is it not letting me roll cure wounds?
there we go. So you've had a sparring match with Father Blackbriar. You got him down really low. I was impressed.
Yeah, and I still had quite a few spell slots left and quite a few hit points left as well.
Yeah.
It's not letting me cast.
He only ended that fight because he knew I wasn't blind anymore.
Lol.
No, he
And
ended
he's
it
like, "Oh,
because
shit, if he hits me this round, he could knock me out."
he ended it because he got rid of one of the combatants.
That's
She's a mouse compared to me, so
Yeah.
saying that
But
it's-
I had it set that he was only gonna go 5 rounds.
I'm just saying.
I know.
oh, apparently my extension turned off. My roll 20, my beyond 20 turned off for some reason.
You did a pretty good job against him.
Actually, Dion was probably going to cast Divine Favor on himself and then keep going.
Yeah.
Air 10 heals you for 6 hit points.
He probably could have lasted 2 more rounds against you, I think, before he would have gone down.
How much HP did he have left?
You'd got him about half.
Okay. Assuming I hit, he is a challenging target to hit. But I was also, despite the fact that he rolled a bunch of crit fails in that fight, I also rolled pretty poorly for a good chunk of that.
Yeah.
And Iris's stat block is just junk.
Right. It's definitely time to give her a buff.
Unfortunately, it's a spell. So
Well, yeah. That's what I meant.
a spell that I get to keep up once I cast it.
Zill will just popping her wings, not even carrying or
saddle just
realizing
falls
that
to the
there's a
ground.
bunch of people around. She will fly down. Eritan is still on your neck, Dion. She'll fly
Okay.
down and probably heal Father Blackbriar, actually.
Okay.
He was hit really hard several times, so she
Yeah.
Probably use a
he's got
fourth
a big
level.
old ripped open bite wound in his calf in 2 different places on his leg.
But he did drink a healing potion. So the
she gives
big
him-
wound started healing, but
Because
she
he
gives him
joined himself.
23 additional hit points.
He
Or, excuse me, 27.
ripped himself free of basically a dire wolf bite twice. So
So he gains 50 hit points back for Zill
okay.
in short succession.
sorry, just the visual of using strength to get away from that bite prone
Yeah.
thing.
So
Yeah.
Zill, one last
Yeah.
question. Did you tell
Yeah.
Dion, or did you tell Father Blackbriar about yours and Dion's relationship?
Nope.
Okay. Why don't you roll a deception just because of spending time together? I want to see if he can pick up on it.
13.
13. Okay.
Technically, Leon Hands wouldn't have gotten him all the way back up, but it was most of it after a short rest too.
Load. This thing's loading so slow.
And the 7 that you called 6.
What?
You said 6, but your thing hit for 7.
Oh.
I hit the wrong button.
He's got plus
So
10
is it a 6?
inside.
I still have higher insight than him. Ha!
Yeah, but not deception.
Okay. Okay, he's definitely caught on. But you can tell he's caught on too.
He gives a look.
He gives a look, and then he'll hold a hand out for Dion.
Wait, what?
He's holding a hand out for you.
Like shaking hands.
In like what way?
Like
GG.
like
Kiss my hand.
Yeah,
It's like-
there's
it's
so
like
many
a-
ways that could be.
it's like a
Kiss my hand in defeat.
he's thanking you for the sparring match, and he's it's friendly.
Kiss my ring. I'm the Pope.
D-
That kind of shit.
Right? Like it could be like, here, let me help you up, or kiss my ring, or here's
It's-
my middle finger, or
It's a friendly, almost like he's just offering his hand to like shake kind of thing.
been married.
It's a GG. It's a good fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Dion will shake it.
Okay.
He'll actually do the forearm
Okay.
thing.
He'll grip onto your arm and he'll pull in close to you and be like, "Thank you for taking good care and protecting my daughter.
Dion,
And I hope you will continue to."
that's the plan.
Aw, you just got Father Blackbriar's blessing. Now the question is, does
Dion
Dion
has
know?
no idea.
Dion
that
doesn't know.
He has inferred
Dion doesn't
that
know.
he has read.
So he'll release you from
That's
the embrace and he'll walk over to Zill, which is, I assume this is where you heal him.
Have any
Yeah.
boulders like fallen on Father Blackbriar yet?
No.
Lol.
Um,
Damn it, Shorak, you got one job.
He'll place a hand on your shoulder, Zill, and like, "Your wings are beautiful." And be
Oh.
like,
You're beautiful.
and he'll also be like, he'll give you a knowing look and goes, "I like him. You can keep him."
Does Dion hear this?
I think you would. You're not that far away.
Zill just blushes and glows, and her wings go all fluffy for a second.
She got all flustered.
She got all flustered.
I'm gonna DM. Can we get Jorak to make a deception roll? We need to see if Father Blackbriar knows that Six and Jorak are dating.
I'm losing it. Okay, guys.
Oh.
All right, I like it. Let's do this.
Is anyone else's butt hurt? Oh.
These chairs are the most comfortable.
I'm sitting on
chairs.
like a hard wooden chair.
He's sitting
Oh.
in a
Like how
dining
you
room chair.
didn't deny the fact that it was a thing. That you denied the fact that he knows it.
Right? That's what I was saying.
I worded it poorly.
I said he knows the six things. You're right. You said no.
But I'm
the fuck
saying he doesn't know anything.
Well, he
because it's
doesn't
not
know,
fucking
but it
thing.
is happening.
He doesn't know anything because it's nothing. There it is.
It's so you're saying it's not a big deal to
I'm
Jorak,
gonna
so he's
Crush
not
the
hiding
goddamn
it.
Styx's head with my bare hands.
Insight, natural 20.
Like an aluminum
Tell
can.
me your soul.
You know that I'm not attracted to you. That there's nothing between us.
Except for air.
And barely even that
Yep.
because Six is so damn close.
Okay. So I assume after this, you guys just have a nice, relaxing evening at the Zenith.
Yeah.
Dion summons Iris again.
Everybody in the Zenith seems to be in high spirits, especially since
Who supplied the pot?
the light has returned.
Kush.
The light has returned to the Zenith, and it's bright again. At least
At
while
some
you're
point-
inside.
Yes. At some point, Zill is going to turn all of their fountains into holy water.
I can assume you probably just do that at some point.
Yeah, it happens at some point. She'll explain to Father Blackbriar that she can do that too. That she has an item that'll allow her to do that. Not that it's an inherent ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, good fun. She's happy to be home. She's glad they had time.
Cool. Okay. So, is there anything else you wanted to do in Vitella while you're here?
Dion gets to see Zill's room.
Oh.
Yep.
We'll talk about that later. Wow.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that's good. Zill's just happy to be home for a day.
Okay.
But Zill thinks that
Are you guys heading out the
regrettably
next day?
thinks that we have to head out the next day. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that night she would send a message to Demetrius and ask him status report.
Okay. You're doing it in the evening?
Yeah. Before she goes to bed, so she keeps her spell slot in the morning. Or gets it.
He'll reply with, things are going okay. They could be better if we weren't being attacked by vampires, but just kind of like he's busy, but he replied.
She thinks it's hilarious the way I think it's hilarious the way you said it. I send another one telling him that we plan on being there tomorrow morning.
Okay. It was like, I'll expect you. I'll make sure the people at the teleportation site are ready.
It's like it's polite to tell people you're going to show up.
Yep. Something like that.
Damn it, Jester. Sorry.
I love that they talked about that in that episode for like 30 minutes, and then they just
And then
went
didn't.
and didn't. Yep.
And they didn't.
Oh, it
do
happens so many times. Have you guys caught up?
Oh, no, I'm
Okay.
still super far
Oh, it
behind.
happens so many more times. It's
I haven't
hilarious.
watched since I moved here, so.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Don't
same.
catch up because there's not any new episodes since quarantine started. And I'm
Now
going
is the perfect time
crazy.
to catch up.
Right.
I know it
Wait,
is.
what are they talking about doing?
D&D.
Critical Role.
Oh, I'm caught up. I missed what you said before that.
Oh, we were talking about how Jester has a problem, like, keeps forgetting to tell people they're teleporting in, so nobody knows they're going to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how silly that is.
You mean Bo?
Well, Jester's
You're
the one who can cast. Sending.
Jester's the messenger
Oh.
for the sending. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes,
Fair.
so we sleep. Well, you guys sleep. Well, Dion and Jorak sleep. Six and Zill are just like, do.
Yeah.
Hey man, if I had taken a different subclass.
Zill is, I know, right? Zill is going to teach Six the game of Go. And he'll promptly kick her ass at it, my assumption is.
I don't know. It's an intelligence-based game. Why don't you go and make some intelligence rolls?
Ha!
Make 5 intelligence rolls each. And whoever wins the most out of them. Okay, Zill wins the first round.
Six.
6 wins the second round. So that's 1 each.
Wow, I'm very consistent.
Zill wins the second round or third round.
So I just sent this to Spoopy
So-
to Zill because of the
Tiebreaker here.
Oof.
the nature. But I just typed in go into gifts.
So-
and this is what it sent me.
Zill
No, what I sent to you.
Zill wins. Zill wins the game, but it was very close. 6 is a really quick learn.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good job, 6. Proud.
Excellent. That last, the
I'm going
the
to use
last one.
inspiration for that last roll.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Do it.
I have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. 6 wins. 6 wins then.
That's
He pulls.
crazy.
He pulls out
Forgot we had those.
the divinely inspired move,
Yep.
which is a thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Yep.
The inspired.
I
Inspiration.
have no idea what go is. I think it's the one with like little black and white, like.
Black and
Yeah.
white is the cross grid where you just place black and white
And
beads
the goal is to surround the other person's beads
and capture them.
and capture them.
I was going to learn how to play, and then I kept never having someone to play with because nobody will play with me. Because I'm strategy games, I usually win.
I haven't played it in a long time. I played it when I was younger. Anyway,
But yeah, okay. Yes. So you guys have a very restful, peaceful night's sleep in the Zenith. This is probably one of the most restful nights you've had in a long time, Zil. Because you did not get very restful sleep in Haven.
I don't sleep, but I also did not get restful downtime.
Yes, because you're a werewolf in the Xenos house.
Yep.
Wait, what's stressful about that?
Nothing.
Just as stressful as being in half orc in a Xenos household.
I mean,
Probably.
Yeah,
while
probably.
eating orc
Just
for dinner.
being in the Xenos household.
I mean,
that is
I was
pretty
going to say
stressful.
that's Dion's problem with it. Six probably just had the best time.
Six is the only one who doesn't probably care, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Six-
You
yeah,
had
just spent
plenty of
time
closets to
cheating.
raid and plenty of time to
Putting
go
on
explore and
clothes.
learn yourself.
Yeah, he had plenty of things to try out.
I love it. No, Zil is the happiest because she's back in her own room. Like,
Yeah, she hasn't been here in practically a year.
yeah,
Mhm.
6, 7
6
months
or
in her
7
time.
months my time, her chronological time. She is so happy.
Yeah.
She takes a bath in her own bathtub. Oh, she's so happy.
Yeah, but does she use bath bombs?
She uses an orange bath bomb that smells like what did it smell like? It smells like
sun.
Capri Sun. I say that
Sorry,
because my bath bomb
what?
smelled like Capri Sun.
Jesus, it smells like oh. God.
I actually had a bath bomb.
You're not
It smelled
supposed
like
to
a
eat
fifth-grade
bath
cafeteria.
bombs.
It smelled like a good version of it, okay? It's artificial
I
orange
just
smell.
got the worst, lunch, 8 different Lunchables at one lunch table.
It's-
Everybody is
Did
spilled.
you have to
Capri Sun
try
on the
to
table.
jab that little straw that always bends?
Yeah.
Did it smell like Sunny D and rum?
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, bathing in Capri Sun is giving me such a visceral feeling.
You had the
Oh.
orange ones though? Like the
Fucking
orange
disgusting.
juice ones. Those were so good though.
Oh,
Oh,
And then she's just there being
Oh.
like, "Ah, this is the height of elegance."
No, anyway.
Six is literally retching, and he has nothing to retch with.
my skin is legitimately crawling.
6 is puking up
He's-
holy water.
No, 6 is ratcheting.
He's retching. There's nuts and bolts coming out.
Oh my god.
A little bit of oil
Anyway,
running on his cheek.
she is not bathing in Capri Sun. She's bathing in hot water and oils and incense.
Capri Sun.
Hot Capri Sun. Oh,
Oh God!
Why did I do that to myself?
you have no one to blame but yourself. That is disgusting.
Hey Siri. How do I disown someone else for them? For their memories?
That was one
I
of
like
the worst
that.
things I've ever uttered.
Alright, sure.
What did it say?
How to disown
Oh,
someone.
it's just talking about how to disown.
Oh, the definition.
Lol, I'm watching you post
it
these
literally
gifs. I'm not
was
even
How
in.
do you disown them?
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so you guys wake up the next morning.
Yeah.
And Father Blackbriar will greet you, give you a last hug, and say just parting words, be like,
Did 6 steal the Pope clothes?
Oh my god.
After winning his card game, he goes and steals the clothes from Father Blackbriar.
just make a stealth check, 6.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh my gosh, actually.
With advantage, because
Okay. You managed to get your hands on some priest robes. And you are definitely wearing priest robes.
Zil knows what rank of priest robes he would be wearing.
Yes.
What rank
Is
is
that
he
fun
wearing?
Blackbriar tomorrow?
It's middle of
Yeah.
the road.
He's like, "What?"
It's middle of the road. It's not like super high ranking, but
Okay.
so it's someone who has moved from acolyte into priesthood. Like it's like the second rank of priesthood.
Excellent. Zill chuckles.
Blackbriar will just kind of like look at him and then look back at you and is just like, okay, I understand. Like understanding your comment that you said to him. Like it
Wait.
officially clicks right now.
How 6
How 6 is.
How
It-
6 is.
Yes. He'll be like,
I love it.
do we know whose room those came from?
6.
Do you want the butt back?
What's the funniest?
What room did you get those from? Your clothing. Or their clothing.
They were in a room filled with laundry.
Oh, okay, so it was in the washroom. Okay, well, I guess they will just have to pick up
Zill
another
walks over and like pulls out the tag and sees if there's a name written on it.
one. No, there isn't.
Well,
He'll be like, Father Buck will be like, whatever, he can have it. He's with you.
diplomatic community.
Diplomatic immunity.
It's like he's like, it's fine. Like I don't really care that much. Like
I love it. Anyway.
But he'll be like, he'll get a little chuckle out of it, and then he'll be like, he'll just give you a hug and just be like, remember my words,
Zill nods.
and he'll kiss her on the forehead.
Aw. She tears up again. Because yeah.
And then
I
he'll
promise
go.
to stay in.
He'll go to each. He'll go to each of your companions, give each one of them a handshake, and just be like, "Please protect her."
Does
I think that's more of what happens when 6 tries to hug Father Blackbriar. Because, 6 is the hugging kind of person.
not if you're not his friend.
Oh, that's fair.
He doesn't know him that much.
Oh my god.
Is
this great.
there like like the Pope blessing them? Does he do like that?
He does it like this.
No, he does it like this.
I'm not saying is he doing it right now. I'm saying is that a thing that they do?
Yeah, he
Probably.
does
He does all.
6 will do that.
He raises the sun.
So he saw someone praying, doing like a
Mhm.
in front of a group, in front of like the
Yeah.
altar, and Blackbriar will just like give Zill a side glance and just be like,
And she'll just kind of do a very obvious shrug, like,
Did he shout praise the sun as he sunbeamed me every time? Where's the sun? It's anime, right? You have to shout your attacks.
Blackbriar will take his holy symbol and he'll match your praise 6, and he'll go praise the sun.
Yes.
Jorak
In the
will
background, we
disagree.
hear Jorak from like a street away just yell, "Shut up about the sun!"
I have left. The second people started posing and like praising, I just got away.
Okay,
Oh my god.
cool.
So
Okay.
Iris is proficient with the long sword, right?
Okay.
Oh my God.
So you guys head out towards the teleportation hall.
Yeah.
With your one last writ of passage that will allow you transport.
We got a long rest in there.
Yeah,
yes.
Good.
Yes, you did.
So I used up a lot of stuff fighting the Pope.
The Mr. Bean Pope.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
go to Port
It's
Duplin
so
and kill
good
some
that we
fucking
have, like,
vampires.
just a clear picture of like what one
Yeah.
of these characters
If
look
I
like.
think if the fight had continued, and you came back down to the ground, Dion, I think he would have
Uh-huh.
switched to his longsword.
See, the thing is, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have done some flyby whip attacks.
Gotcha.
He just has so much movement, it's hard to do a flyby.
Uh-huh.
John has pretty good movement too,
Yeah.
being a flying monk and all.
Monk and all? What's a monk and all?
It's like a monk, but it's more.
But yeah, now you know that the Pope of the religion of Palor is not a cleric, but a monk.
And a total pushover. He can only beat us. They are 1/2.
Lol. All right.
Okay.
Let's go kill some vampires, guys.
Well, there is a reason
That's
you're
cool.
the chosen champion of Palor, Dion.
Dion's made a lot of progress in the last 6 months.
He's pretty happy about this too, I would hope.
He probably doesn't think he's made very much progress.
But the
Lol.
fact that
He's extremely critical of himself.
What? No way. Not Dion. He would never.
Zill, you would definitely know because you've seen it in the past. Most people that challenge Father Blackbriar do not last until the point where Father Blackbriar says the challenge is over. Most of them get
Right.
knocked out.
Like unconscious?
Dion
Yes.
was about to rub most of his wounds off anyway. Just like brush it off. Like
I know, right?
So, like,
Honestly, that night Zill would have told him that he did really, really, really well in that fight, and that she's very impressed with his.
and
It's
Dion
fine.
would have said something like, "Yeah, but blah blah blah. One of my siblings would have done it better,"
And
or
she
something
would
like that.
she would playfully smack his shoulder and tell him to stop counting himself short.
Maybe Heracles. Probably not Heracles.
Oh, you
I
silly.
feel like which let me
Definitely not the dead older half brother.
look. I'm trying to think. Heracles probably
Heracles would have done amazing, but that's not the one he would have.
he would have done really good. Leonidas and Leonidas and Leona would probably have gotten their asses handed to them. Alistair probably would have been able to hold his own pretty well.
Mhm.
Zoe would have just wrecked Father Blackbriar.
Niklos is pretty solid.
Close. I think the other two, Argos and Peleus, might actually not have done very well against him.
Yeah, being able to take half damage from most of his attacks was definitely helpful.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You would have not been. Yeah, no, you would have not been looking good if you had not been taking half damage.
Yeah.
I still would have been up, but I would have been much lower.
Yes.
I can't stop looking at this dog dancing.
Right?
Because I think only one attack in there was that he hit you with was not halved,
And it was the punch.
which was 11 damage.
I give Dawnbringer to Iris.
You what?
I give Dawnbringer to Iris, and she just runs around like that.
I love it. I like the idea that you turn Dawnbringer into a big stick and play fetch with Iris.
Oh my gosh.
She would be
I mean,
either
that's basically
hilarious
it's
or-
basically two celestial beings. So
right.
Yeah, so, okay.
and Dawnbringer gets to fly. What's up?
Okay, so we're going to teleport you to Port Dupley now. Okay, so you guys are now at Port Dupley.
Excellent.
All right, quick, Shorak, what do you lift?
On the way there, or in
Like
Port
as soon as we arrive.
Port Town.
Lift Simon.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is Simon here?
Oh no, someone looking.
Yes.
No.
I want to see Shorak meet Simon, since Simon was like his personality in a dream.
It's Simon's long lost
Yeah.
ancestor.
Simon's pretty far gone. That was before the Chaos War.
You say that. But there are ways.
There are ways.
There are ways.
Yeah.
Very easily be his great.
Because Quilosh was before the Chaos War, technically, too.
And Simon
Or
said he wanted to be immortal, so. What
Simon did
says
not
happened.
say. Oh, I have this.
Anyway, so we pop into Port Dupley.
There's a couple people that are waiting for you and be like, "Oh, welcome, Captain Xenos and Inquisitors. Let me
Zill
take
is
you.
incognito again.
Let me take you to the general, and he'll lead you to the Inquisition Hall. Has actually been set up as the
Headquarters.
headquarters.
Is this where we landed when we got back?
No.
Yes. No. We were in Lorman.
No, Port Dupley is where you came back and where you found the
Oh.
werewolf. So you're back in
that's
this
right.
town. Yes. This is the only city. Stormholm has a small port, but it's nothing compared to Port Dupley. Port Dupley is the main port for the entire empire. Like there, you can get goods through Stormholm, but it's much more difficult because it's so much further south, away from the shipping lines. And Lorman doesn't have any sea access. It's far enough inland. Like, you can see the sea, but you don't have access to it, because it's like cliff faces.
Mm-hmm.
Zill is itching to kill some vampires.
So you are you led from the teleportation hall to the Inquisition hall, where Demetrius has a map of the city laid out before him. I don't actually have a map of the city, unfortunately.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
slacker.
I quit.
Call the session now, because I'm fucking out of it.
You broke my immersion, man. Okay, we're done joking.
Go bench press a ship, Jorak. You'll get over it.
That sounds like such an insult. Go bench press a ship.
Alright,
And maybe
does it
you'll calm
easily.
down.
Yeah. But so they he greets you and be like, welcome. I expected you guys to take a couple more days off, but if you are that ready to get back into the action,
We don't do well at sitting idle.
I can see that. So update on what is going on. The entire port district is being held by the Legion. We have the wall separating the port district from the main portion of the city well fortified, and all the gates have been barricaded and are being held. We're currently have the sewers locked down, so sewers cannot be used for travel between the port by the vampires.
Do they have any flying?
They have not attempted any flying. They've actually, surprisingly, only stuck to the city. They've not tried to go outside the city and flank the outer walls. They've landed their ships and they've offloaded into this port city, and they're setting up bases. It's been about a week. The strange thing, Demetrius is like confused by it. He's like, they're not pushing to take the city. They keep attacking occasionally, but not in a strong enough force to actually take any point they're attacking.
I think this is a distraction? Something else?
That is what I'm worried about. They definitely don't seem like they are at their strongest.
Well, they did have a never-ending flow of blood they were using, and now they're not, so hopefully it's something along those lines.
But they do have captives.
Oh.
Which is actually what I was hoping you guys would be able to help me with. he'll point at a point in the city and be like, our scouts and our reports say that they have headquarters set up somewhere right in this area, and this is also where they are holding captives. The initial first strike into the city, they broke through one of the gates, and they snatched a bunch of civilians that were not prepared for the assault. The soldiers that went after them, trying to rescue them, never returned. But we pushed them back, and we sealed up the gate. And since then, there's been no new. Occasionally, someone will be pulled off the wall, and they'll be spirited away with the vampires. But
That's a good movie.
Spirited Away with Vampires?
Let me figure out.
It's my favorite Tim Burton anime.
Ooh. Not gonna lie, that sounds like a great crossover. Wait a minute, isn't that just Castlevania?
Okay. He'll believe, based on eyewitness statements and missing soldiers and the information that we have, there's around 20 or so prisoners, we believe. That's what we can accurately guess. But they are located in this area. After witnessing your guys' martial prowess firsthand, I was hoping you could lead a strike in to rescue these prisoners before...
Zill immediately nods. And then realizes she's not the captain.
Tian raises an eyebrow and looks at her.
She just kind of blushes and looks away. I want to help.
Seems like something we could do, yes.
Okay. I have a couple different routes that will get you into the general areas around it. I will have.
Sorry,
I'll have a couple scouts scout out the path before we send you in. As try to find the closest entrance into the port city. You will be having to go through the sewers. We are not going to open the gates. We cannot risk.
Zill subconsciously wrinkles her nose. Just for a second.
Yeah. We can't risk, and the sewers are going to be the most stealthy way to get anyone in and out with the least casualties.
How far down do the sewers go? Are they
The sewers,
10, 20, 30 feet below ground level? Or street level?
it's about, I believe they're 10-ish or so feet.
Okay, interesting question. Totally, definitely irrelevant. How far is the radius that I can use I think you said 30 feet for the Immortal Sun. Right? 30 feet?
30 feet, yes.
Okay. Good to know. No reason in particular.
I got an idea of what you're thinking.
I'm not thinking anything.
So we have to go through the sewers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tian prepares.
Dion prepares what?
Purify.
I just got prestidigitation for days.
So do I, actually.
I know, right?
Poor Six and Jorak just gonna be all super gross, and Dion and Zill are gonna be perfectly clean when they come out.
Except
Okay,
6 give a shit.
So,
Six does not care.
No,
So-
we would do it for them too, because gross.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to be seen with that.
So, Demetrius will send out some scouts to go scout out the area and figure out stuff. For over the day, you guys just discuss general what's going on with the war, generally, and like it's confusing Demetrius because he doesn't understand why they're not attacking a larger force. They have the manpower. There's like 30 ships that were fully manned with like 100 vampires each.
They're either waiting for something or trying to distract us. Any word from Necropolis? Or any of the other coastal cities? I know that Necropolis is not coastal, she meant...
Mm-hmm. From
Yeah.
Iskandar.
Yeah.
Last I heard, they're still moving in. They're taking it slow. They don't want to give away the plan. They're limiting communication. You've probably been hearing some of the communication between the Inquisitors.
She nods.
I get an update, I think, about the same frequency as those. And those have only been happening, like, maybe once every, like, 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
So you've heard, in the whole time, you've heard probably, like, 3. So there's only been 3 updates, and you've actually been with Demetrius.
We've heard all of them.
Yeah. You've been with Demetrius during all of them.
Okay. Zill would like to, sometime during this day, pull aside her gang and go over the 3 prophecies and see if she can get any conversations with any of them.
Okay.
Dion, are you asleep? He's nodding his head yes.
Okay.
Is that Dion's way of saying that we need to wrap up for the night?
I mean, I don't have the energy for an entire mission.
Yes. We'll do the mission next session. Definitely.
Okay.
Let's wrap up this RP and then we'll call it a night because I do have to sleep more, even though I did sleep for 3 hours already.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I have to get up at like 6.
But Zill would like to go over the prophecies.
Okay.
Basically see if anyone has any insight. Including, like, 6 has all of this background memory for what's going on. And
Now, are these the new prophecies that you haven't shared with us yet?
correct, I'm sharing them with you now.
Okay.
Do you want to read them to them?
Well, the first one. When the days grow dark and the sun's light fades, the accursed will prowl the lands, the final sunset will be upon us. Should the gate be breached, the sun shall fade. That one, well, I mean, it seems pretty self-explanatory, and I think that the accursed prowling the lands is either the vampires attacking or werewolves. I'm wondering what this gate could be. Any insight on that? And she'll actually look at 6, since he's got memories.
I don't know, DM. Do
Um,
I know what that is?
the gate for 6. Roll a history check. Okay. Now roll me a perception check.
Oof.
You do have advantage on the perception check. 26. Okay.
Woohoo!
Yes, I remember back in 1804.
There was a moment.
Little robot.
There was a moment when you were standing guard for Dagmar, where he mentioned a gate. It was in the context of he was talking to
The gate spell.
who was he talking to? I don't know who he was talking to, but he was talking to someone. I don't know who yet. I'll have to figure that out. But he was talking about how there is a gate that has been sealed. That if it happens and he finds a way to break the seal, he will do so. But it's not his first priority.
But I don't know what the gate is.
I don't think you have any from how he would be talking, he wouldn't have given context as to what the gate is about. It would have come up in a conversation. I think you would understand that it's a gate between worlds, between different planes, maybe, or something like that, just from the context of the conversation.
Well,
So the last one, is that beneath the zenith sky?
Yes. Did I type it wrong?
The heat.
Oh.
It's
I was trying to like type and sleep.
At the same time. No, I get it. I knew what it meant.
Yeah.
Talking about a gate to the other world, so well, that fits with what I was thinking. It may be a way for them to try and free Thursday. Certainly hope that doesn't happen, but we need to be ready for it. And then there's this other one. It also mentions a gate. It says, "One last night shall be the test to seal the gate for the rest. 3 key items are the keys. Wise enough, we will see. Should the gate be sealed, the world you know will live again. Life will thrive under paler sky." The first one says that if the gate is breached, the sun shall fade. And the second one indicates that this gate will be breached, so that's worrisome. Or that the gate would open. I suppose a gate could open without it being breached. If you open it and close it again in time. And then, of course, the third one is beneath the zenith sky, the pack shall swear its day and its night to fulfill the gift from Taylor's blood. The cure for ailments of the night beneath the zenith sky. They will share the powers of the night to protect the day from night. I had already planned on helping relieve the werewolves of their curse, but I think those that are willing, if they wanted to keep their shape-shifting powers, but remove the negative aspects, I think that is something that we could do. For those that are willing, of course. Thoughts? And she'll look around to everybody else.
It's about
And
3 items. What are they? Do we have?
we have several items.
That
We've been
is-
led to a few.
I mean, I feel like the sun, the immortal sun, would be one of them.
It is the cure for ailments of the night.
It is.
Zill, make me a history check.
history or religion?
History.
10.
10. Okay. Okay.
Actually, I want to use my inspiration.
Okay.
11.
Story of my
That
life,
was
guys.
it. That was the DC.
I mean, technically, if you use your inspiration, it would just been a 14.
I mean, I would rather take a 14.
I think that's only if you roll it or take it before you roll it.
I mean, you're probably not wrong.
Zill, you
Yeah.
had a vision about the trip across the sea, and you remember seeing something.
God.
But
God,
you don't.
I have to go so far back in my.
But
notes.
you don't remember. You don't remember ever seeing that happen.
God. I have so many fucking visions from you I have to go through.
Yep.
There it is. Okay. Zill would take some time to look through her sketchbook where she writes and draws all of these things. I don't know what you're doing, but it's...
I'm done.
Okay.
I was doing this. It broke.
I'm looking at which one I think it is. Is it this one? Nope. It's not this one. Was it?
Do you need me to find it? You've got plenty of notes.
I have so many. Okay, the question is, was it?
It was the one that was part of the journey that showed you the Dirty Liar.
So I have one that's the Dirty Liar, but it's only a half page. I feel like there was a second one because there's the one where she's being led to.
It's the 3 locations. Widget. It's the 3 location one where you saw Widget, or you saw Widget's shop, but you never
and I
went
can't find that one. I'm having troubles finding that one.
Are you able to send it to her?
Yeah, let me see if I might have moved it, and it might have the link might have changed. Might be what happened.
Right. Shared with me.
It's Vision of Vonselrun, I believe.
That's the thing, is I looked in Vision of Vonselrun. And it doesn't have Widget's shop.
The thing I'm talking about is in that one, though. You recall it involved Than.
Pulls out an object and holds it out before him like it's the most precious thing in the world?
Yep. You didn't see that happen.
Thing.
It was supposed to be precious, sorry.
I figured.
You never saw that happen when you were at...
Shorak, did Than ever give you an object at all?
Shorak fell asleep.
Shorak.
Jump on the word bridge real quick.
That is not. That is something different. You are fine to talk about that one. Just so you know.
Well, now you got my curiosity piqued.
I don't know if... Jump with me in Whispers real quick.
Picky.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I gotta jump to
Ooh.
Whispers.
Zorak finally gets whispered.
Yes.
The way that I'm sort of interpreting this, like, in the whole way that it shook down, is that, like, I went and met Than, he has an item for me, this is all, like, super secret. Like, everything, like, after she told me. So, like, I think the way that Zorak would be thinking about this, and even me, is that, like, I'm not allowed to talk about any of this.
She wants it to come out naturally. She doesn't want you to just be like, I got this item that's supposed to help us in the future. She wants it to come out naturally. Because the Wild Mother, she wants things to come about in their time.
So I'm allowed to know about all the stuff that
not everything. She did swear you to total secrecy about the vision. Most of the stuff in her vision, you got sworn to secrecy about. But the stuff that you talked with Than about, or the stuff that Than gave you, the item Than gave you, that is not in that secrecy. He said, keep it close, don't announce it to the world. It's the only one of its kind, and he can't create another one. And if it gets lost or destroyed, there's no creating another one, and it's a key. He said the word key.
Plus 2 wisdom and plus 2 dex. And then in another...
100 years.
Every 100 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back, guys.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
We're talking about 100 years from now. Six can read the stat books, 4 more stat books. Just every 100 years. It's just gonna come swole as fuck.
In 400 years, you'll have plus 16 more charisma mod.
Gross.
That's funny because his charisma is like 0.
I just gave my book to 6 because I have no use for it anymore because I'm going to die in like 3 years.
Oh.
That's what we're saying. Like, as long as he stays alive, he will have God, Dex, Wisdom, and charisma. Particularly charisma.
He's gonna cross class into all the classes.
Right? He's gonna become a paladin, and then he's gonna become a god.
He's gonna become the Burble Battle,
the god of robots.
The Burble Battle Bot 9000.
Oh god, he's gonna be the Burble Battle Bot.
He's 1 million.
When Zorak dies, he's gonna take the belt.
Oh my god.
That's why
You're
how
have to pry that from my cold dead hands, and they will be strong, my friend.
When you're dead.
Yeah.
No, when
You
you're
can't
dead,
be tuned if you're dead.
Rigor mortis.
The last thing that I will ever do is clutch onto that belt as hard as I can.
Rigor mortis only lasts so long.
You know I have a Vorpal sword, right?
And you can't harm magic items.
Weapon on that, by the way.
Oh no. Oh man. I love it so much, guys.
The hands just stay attached to the belt, and Six doesn't care.
Okay, so Zill, you just asked Zorak a question.
Zorak, did Than ever give you something? I remember in a vision I had, he handed you something like extremely precious. And I'll show him the sketch I did of it.
The sketch, in your vision, it just looked like an orb, Zill.
Yeah.
About the size of a golf ball, I think. Maybe, no, I said tennis ball, I think. I think it was about the size of a tennis ball.
Something that size.
Zorak looks immediately a little nervous when you mention it. Yes. Yeah, Than gave me an item.
Do you mind sharing what it is?
It's an orb. It looks similar to that one.
May I see it? I'd like to cast
Unfortunately,
Identify on it. Oh? Do you know what it was?
Yes, I know what it is.
Oh, can you tell me? I'm not mad. I just need to know.
I cannot. No. I'm sorry. I would if I could, but I truly cannot.
You're not allowed to?
I cannot.
You are
Then put a
physically
spell on
incapable of it? Or you...
I have given my word.
Ah. Okay. Your word to Than, possibly?
In a sense.
Your word to Menorah.
Menorah?
Yeah, that's what I call her.
Lol.
What did I say?
Alright, his fist tightens. When he
Did I say it wrong?
You ass.
He
Well,
knows what he did.
I feel like it would be very important to know what it is. Perhaps you could reach out to whoever it was that you made your word to and see if it's all right. Permission, perhaps? If it is, then I would happily message him with my magic.
It's stop fucking pushing me on this.
If not, that's fine. I
Can I ask the nature of this promise? Was there a reason that you promised to keep things from your team? And Dion will actually give him a scrutinizing, like genuinely scrutinizing.
Yeah, give me a,
And-
you can
and
look like one. I'm
Scrutinizing and disappointed look at Jorak that he's keeping secrets from the group.
This item and other information was given to me in confidence. Some of it from fans, some of it from elsewhere. And
Zill nods.
careful about things I say.
Zill nods and puts her hand up like you don't have to continue. I understand needing to keep your word. If you can and if you are comfortable, perhaps reach out and see if this is information you can share. If not, we'll find another way to find the information we need without compromising your promise.
I can share that this item under my protection from Fan was referred to as a key.
Oh. Okay. I suppose that solves one of them. I wonder if the other keys are very similar. I assume we're not allowed to see it then?
I will take it out of my bag and just show that I have it.
Okay.
Zill will take a pretty good, if he will allow, a good look at it to see if there's any distinguishing marks that make it pretty obvious or like figure out what it is. See if she's seen anything else like it before.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm not going to let it out of my possession, but absolutely you can look at it.
That is absolutely fine. But hey, 6, help me look at this thing and memorize it. Does anyone else want to also make a perception check on this object? Please? Please?
What?
I'm not gonna
He's
fight.
throwing it.
I'm
I'll
not gonna
give
fight
you-
the RNGesus rolls.
I'll give you the basic description.
Okay.
It looks familiar. You can't place it though. You've seen something that looks almost exactly like it, but you don't remember where. It's in your head, and it's just like clawing at you, and you're just like, where have I seen this? Kind of like right now in this moment. But it's a small orb. There's runes and lines and carvings across the entire surface, almost to the point that it looks opaque. On the inside, there is a bunch of glowing dots, almost like stars, that just float around on the inside of the orb, filling it up like a night sky. That is the description that you get. And it's the size of about a
Tennis ball.
tennis ball.
Okay. Can you type that at me? Or
Yeah,
I can...
yeah, I can type that up after.
Okay.
Let me...
Okay. Still is frustrated. I feel like I've seen something like this before, but I can't place where it was. I'll have to go through my notes. And...
If everybody wants to make a history check.
Is Zill gonna make a history check?
You failed your perception to notice what it was, so I'm going to say no.
Can I see what the runes are?
There is a ton of them. It's super hard to differentiate, but you notice, like, with your Arcana, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
I'm proficient in Arcana. Actively created.
Oh, you said history, not.
Why am I rolling like poops?
Okay.
13. It's not bad, I guess.
You identify, Zill, that there is actually runes from every single school of magic on this orb.
Oh.
Oh, what language are they? Because I can read all.
They're
runes are-
they're not so much words. They're pieces of a spell and magic. Dion, 6, you also recognize it. But Dion, you just like immediately be like, oh, that's that little, that looks exactly like the little compass thing that they had on the Dirty Liar.
Oh, that looks exactly like the little compass thing they had on the Dirty Liar.
Oh! And Zill will flip through her notebook and find pictures of the Dirty Liar.
Right on the helm where Everin stayed most of the time. There is a larger orb that's probably about the size of a beach ball. That looks, it's just a large version of that, or a shrunken down version of that, basically.
Did you shrink and steal that from the Dirty Liar?
No.
Didn't...
Oh, you were speaking to him.
Yes, I assume.
This was given to me by Fan.
Didn't they say that Than gave them the thing that... That's what let their ship go underwater, right?
No.
Or no, that's
their magic GPS.
That's that's the magic that lets them go through the. It was the
Gave
Shattered
them
Isles?
coordinates. or
The
something.
floating sea.
Floating Sea.
It basically it was their GPS that allowed them to track
Find islands.
the islands.
I think we need to get a hold of the Dirty Liar. I wonder if it's a compass. Did any of us? I don't remember if any. I know I didn't. But did anyone like try and learn anything about their ship while we were on it?
I assume you guys probably did. You spent like 3 months on there.
It's true.
No, you guys did learn how to read it. Basically, the way it works is at the very center of the orb is a dot that represents this orb, and every other dot is another location. And yeah. So basically, you walk around until you see where the when a dot is closing in. So basically, it's a proximity GPS. It has specs, and you have to go to the specs to find out what it is.
And do we know which object is, or which each of the little specks is a location? Do we know what those locations are, or are there any of the locations marked in there that look different?
You don't know how to read this map. You don't understand. Like, you understand that where it is. If you had the proper like magical ability, you could actually like zone in on different ones. But this one, it looks exactly like it, but it's different.
Like different not constellations.
Yes.
It's a different map of a different location.
The magic of this one is a lot more intense than the magic of the other one. Like, the runes and all the stuff carved on it is a lot more intense. Like, intense is the best word.
Shorak, I know you do not want to relinquish the item, and I will not ask you to. Would you mind holding it still for an hour so I can cast an identify spell on it? I know that's asking a lot, but I'm sure you're strong enough to handle it. Shorak, did you fall asleep again?
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Shorak stares at you silently.
Jorak, you are allowed
10.
to say when it's necessary, when he told you to use it. I will let you know that, if you feel like sharing that.
Yeah, so, I think Jorak will say, I'm not sure that identifying it will make any difference regarding the information that I have about it. And knowing when I have to use it.
Oh. Okay. Understood. I will trust your judgment on this. And she'll step back, indicating that you can put it away.
I do.
Six, you wouldn't happen to have a magical orb that someone gave you, would you?
I have this, and he'll point at the Ion Stone.
I don't think that's it. But I am curious.
Did Dan give you any secrets to keep from the rest of us as well?
No, Dion and Jorak were the only ones that went off into the room
did
alone
not
with him.
speak to me.
Just so we're clear, Than only gave me the orb. And
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what we're
I
calling it
only-
now.
information when to use it.
And I
Yep.
only helped.
And he
Than
told
before
you when
ritual.
and how. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, one key. If
to bring them all.
lol. I get the feeling that is going to tell us where to go when we need to go there. Seems like a key piece of information. That would be, I suppose, unless it fits into
that-
some sort of keyhole. I don't.
Is it a punzil?
I missed it, actually. What did I say?
I missed it too. I didn't catch it.
Well, it's a key, and you said it's a key piece of information.
Oh, no, that was definitely a pun, yes. Key piece of information. Yes, it's definitely a pun, and Zil definitely said it out loud, and then chuckled when you called her on.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking out loud.
That momentarily breaks the daggers that Dion is staring at Jorak.
Seen it and just like disregarded it. Like, I understand that like Dion's in charge, but Jorak also realizes that there are things bigger than Dion that he.
Like Jorak's muscles.
Well, yeah,
He
that-
flexes.
Oh, look at Jorak growing up and not giving a shit about what his captain thinks.
Ooh. I think he doesn't have a crush on you anymore, BB.
No, he's dating sex.
The Dijon's just
He
a
is
little
dating soon.
spread a little
No.
thin right now.
Oh no.
So if it's Dijon, what would Jorak and Six be? Sorak or Jix? Both of those are terrible.
It would just be 6. The D is
because
silent.
it's not a thing.
Let's see
Could just
that.
be 6 and T silent.
Wow.
Oh man.
About more than one thing, apparently.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I don't know what other two keys we're looking for, but it sounds like we've got one.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what else to do. I'm a little lost. I at a loss. Words are hard.
Seems like we need to find the rest of these to seal the gate.
Yes, first though, we have to rescue these people.
Yes. We're doing that tomorrow night, tonight,
Probably the evening. Once it gets dark.
tomorrow evening.
Yes, it would be much harder for the vampires to see us at night.
It's already dark out all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm basically asking, do I get a long rest between now and when that happens? Keeping in mind that I can take a long rest any 8 hours of the day.
Yes. You definitely. Let me roll and see how
Can you-
long it takes.
Can you cast that sunlight spell whenever you want, Zil?
So it takes 6 hours for the scouts to go scout. So after 6 hours, you guys are good to go.
Zil's not going to cast any spells then. You mean that one where I glowed very brightly?
Yes, the one that broke the darkness.
Um,
Does that have actual proper daylight?
no,
Hmm.
it's a different type of light though. And she like gestures with her staff. I do believe I could
You
bring
guys,
some real daylight into it.
you guys do know, based on the encounters you've
daywalkers.
had, they're daywalkers, so sunlight does not affect them.
It's true.
They're not all daywalkers, though, are they?
Everyone
the
in
ones
the
in
Legion
town.
of
This
Dusk.
group is.
Everyone in the Legion of the Dusk Rose
Okay.
is a Daywalker. Everyone in Necropolis is not a Daywalker.
I mean, still does powerful magic.
Okay.
So,
I think it also does.
So the water is the better choice then. Did we ever switch it over to oil?
Yes, we have lots of holy oil too.
So it's a fountain of holy oil now.
Well, the fountains are holy water, but we have like probably barrels worth of holy oil that we provided to the Inquisition, and I assume they brought a bunch of it here.
yes. Demetrius will actually ask you if he could, if they could, fill up.
Create some more. Fuck
Yes. They'll just go around and they'll collect random barrels on the street, knock them out, dump out their contents, and bring them over.
Yeah, it's like they're confiscating all the barrels in the city.
Yeah.
Basically.
Absolutely.
And then they basically
Zill will become a water fountain
barrels
for a while.
anyway.
and then
Zill
they're
does not give it up to any. Zill will hold on to it the whole time.
Yep.
She's not trust anybody with this object.
yes,
And
and
probably
then
any like baskets or buckets that are tightly like bound or woven enough.
Any watertight.
Anything that could be a liquid vessel, yeah.
so the barrels are then being hauled off and positioned in key points along the wall, near the gates, and
Anywhere they
in
can dump
random
on people.
random places around. So it's quick.
Rooftops are a great place for them.
It's quick and easy places for people to run up and dip their weapons in it.
If it's for water, having them up on top of roofs would be a really good plan.
Dump it on top of people. I love the idea of flooding the streets with holy water. I really love the idea of turning a river into holy water.
Can we
for
make
some
like a
reason.
dam? Can we make like a dam that just can collapse on
holy
our
water.
will and just like literally flood a street?
Well, if you find a way to block the sewers.
No, I'm not talking about the sewers.
But yeah, no.
Oh, you mean to block the sewers? That's easy enough.
You'd have to take the time to block the sewers, and
Dion would immediately start working on a plan.
We've got druids. I'm sure we could have druids.
Yeah, like
block
there's
the-
there's enough people around here that we could make something work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure, and we can conscript civilians to do little tasks like that.
okay. Do we want to?
Non-combat tasks.
We should go over stuff next week on what
Yes.
we're doing to prepare for a fight, and then do our thing.
Why don't you
Because
guys type up what
it's
you
10.
want and send it to me during the week, and then so I
6
have
is
a
a super soaker.
so I have a ways to figure out how to combat it and make it work. How to make it practical for you guys.
Right.
That's the best word to go about it. Or if it's even something that's practical. Yeah, so let's type that up. Just post it somewhere in the Inquisition or something, and I'll look over it and figure out what we can do, and I'll be prepared for that next session.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I think we're good tonight then,
Yep.
guys.
I think we're good.
Okay. Good night, YouTube.
Good night, YouTube. Good night, Tom.
Good night,
Bob. Not
Bob,
Bob, and
not
not
Bob.
Tom.
Yep.